All right, what's going on? What is going on? Happy Tuesday to everybody. Welcome back to the channel. And man, this is amazing. Welcome to Manassas, Virginia. Welcome to Kilo Hotel Echo Foxtrot, my home field. I mean, it actually kind of looks like my home airport. I mean, this is just the default scenery. I think there is a flight sim TO scenery for this, and a while back when we were doing those VR airlines flights, Anon Flight Simmer actually created an epic modern rendition of Manassas, complete with check the past streams. It was amazing. He did an amazing job, but it had like all kinds of high rises over there on the east side, and a couple of really special features that are kind of special to he and I. But tonight we're going with the default because we're there's a VATSIM event here, and I don't know how they pick these fields, but it's kind of cool. So anyway, VATSIM event here in Manassas, Virginia, and we're going to be flying the Piper Arrow, the JustFlight Piper Arrow, because why wouldn't we fly an Arrow out of Manassas, Virginia, just like I do in real life. So yeah, one of those rare occasions where I actually get to use the real pilot flies whatever tag. So anyway, I think we're just going to get right into it because I'm trying to get a couple flights in tonight. We're going to go from Manassas down to Norfolk, and then from Norfolk back to Manassas, and I hope to get it all in during the event. So anyway, I actually kind of wasn't even I'll get into it later, but I wasn't even planning on streaming tonight, but I saw that there was a VATUSA event up there at Manassas, and I figured, you know what, how can we not stream? So we're streaming. Here we go. So anyway, Fires, what's going on, man? V to the R. Yeah, holy crap, right? What's going on? I know. Owls, what's up, man? Hey, Owls. All right. So Owls, I don't know where, and don't get into personally identifiable information on the internet with strangers, but if you move to northern-ish Virginia, DC, Maryland, Virginia area, man, this airport might be in your backyard. And this is where I fly out of in real life. So what's up, man? Welcome. You're in VA. Exactly. I know you put that on your channel. It's the only reason, Owls, the only reason I would ever mention something like that is because I know that you put that up on your channel. Oh, check it out. It's the same. Oh my gosh, this is epic. These are the same frequencies too. 331 is tower, 0.8 ground. This is 125.175. This is exactly the way this looks in real life, by the way. This is pretty damn cool. Owls, Hotel Echo Foxtrot. Kilo Hotel Echo Foxtrot. Hey, tell you what, I said we'd be using like real world procedures and stuff, and we are, but I'm going to assume like let's just say you guys are you met me out here on the west ramp to do kind of a fun flight down to Norfolk, and before you showed up, I already did all the I did the pre-flight outside. I checked everything out. The airplane looks good. We got checked the tanks. We got full fuel. There's no water, sediment in the tanks. I checked all the oil levels look good, and flight control surfaces all look good. All that good stuff. So we already did the external pre-flight. So that's cool. So what we'll do is get right into kind of what I would do to start the airplane up after I dragged it out of the hangar with my manual tow bar and hurt my back because I'm not young. So yeah, I don't have a checklist with me, but I'm gonna just kind of use the flows that I go through line flight. What's going on, man? What's up? Caleb, what's up? Hey, glad y'all made it. I missed you guys. What is up? Caleb, you're young. I know. You're young. I'm not. Kristen, what's up? Cat in the box. I know it's Kristen. I don't even see the name. I just see the cat in the box emoji. So what is going on? Line flight. Oh, Owls recommend. Oh, awesome, man. Thanks, man. Owls, thank you. Line flight, thank you. Welcome, man. Hey, Owls, I appreciate the recommendation, man. Yeah, I hope it's chill. I don't know. We'd have a good time on the channel, but Owls is the king of just chill yet also knowledgeable and realistic flights. So I'm going to try to do my best here. I do fly this airplane in real life. Well, not. This is an Arrow 3, and it's JustFlight's rendition of an Arrow 3. And you guys probably have heard me talk about how JustFlight did this Arrow. It's not great. I fly a 1969 Arrow, so it's not an Arrow 3. It is a PA28R-200. It doesn't have the same wing. It is a shorter bodied Arrow. Honestly, I like my Arrow better than the Arrow 3 as a pilot because it's a lot faster, and we got some speed mods on our Arrow too. The only drawback to between the Arrow, I think pre-72 Arrows and anything after that is this. There is in my Arrow, you don't get this kind of leg room. Yeah, it's a little more cramped in the 69 short-bodied Arrow, but I have a better, in my opinion, a better wing. It's a Hershey bar wing. It doesn't have that dihedral, I think is the name. It's a straight wing, and it is fast, but it doesn't glide. They say that the safe glide speed for a 69 Arrow is basically it glides like a safe. Falls to the ground basically. Anyway, Caleb's working, but it's okay. That's right. Yeah, you celebrated your 21st birthday recently. I should do a helicopter. I did one once, and I'm not sure. I think it would take a lot to get me to do one again. So I have the panel kind of set up in the configuration that I would find it in the hangar, which is where I leave it. So fuel selector is already, it's on either left or right. Props always full forward mixture cutoff. Throttle is full cutoff. So pre-flight, basically, I'm just going to check circuit breakers. They're all in. I'm going to assume that we've already done the safety briefing, since you are all passengers tonight, that you know how to use your seatbelt, you know how to use the exit door, you know not to talk when I'm talking, yada, 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 all that good stuff. So I'm going to say that we are pretty much good to start this bad boy up. Avionics master is non-existent in this aircraft, but on my panel here, it's off. So that's good. Anyway, Caleb, everybody smash that like button for us. Yes, thank you. And this is a first for me, is to see VATSIM traffic departing Manassas. So there you go. I'm going to go ahead and open up our useless little window here. My Arrow actually has a modification that puts a little air scoop here. It's free air conditioning. So anyway, we'll start it up. And to do that, so again, throttle is cut off. Actually, throttle's going to be cracked. Mixture is cut off, so I always leave the beacon light. I don't have a split switch for this, but my beacon light's always in the on position, so that whenever I turn the master on like this, the beacon light is automatically it's on and rotating, and lets everybody know that I'm starting it up. So pretty easy. In the Arrow, fuel pump's going to go on, and mixture's going to go full rich, and we're going to watch for fuel pressure and count 1, 2, 3. Fuel flow and fuel pressure rather. Mixture goes to idle cutoff, fuel pump comes off, and then we yell clear prop, and that guy wouldn't be, well, he'd be all right there, but anyway, and we'd crank it. Let's go. So as soon as it catches, we would introduce fuel gradually. Don't jam in the fuel. Make sure that our oil pressure is in the green. It is. Wow, we've already, yeah. So I usually get this, so when I start it up, it's right at 1,000 RPM, but that's fine. Oil pressure's in the green. Oil temp's going to come up, and make sure that mixture is nice and lean, so we don't foul our plugs. And then we go avionics master on, and there you go. So, Micah, what's up, man? How you doing? Hey, can you believe this? It's a VATSIM event from my home airport. Now, I don't have a 750 in the panel, but coming soon to my Arrow, we are actually getting a 650 XI installed. So this is going to be more realistic for me coming soon. I'm actually pretty stoked about that. Real Arrow is an annual right now. I'm going to talk about that a little bit more in flight if you want to. So that's all good. So at this point, we would get the weather, and I almost feel like listening to the weather. And this is the actual, this is awesome, man. These are the actual foul plugs. No, man, I'm leaning out the mixture. That'll be nice. And my annual, yeah, nice and expensive, exactly. Let's actually go ahead and tune the ATIS. Now, normally what I do is put this in the standby. Let's see if this works. So I have ground frequencies in the standby. Let's go ahead and put that over here, and I think we can actually switch this.
Say direction of flight and aircraft type.
Nice.
Command error in phoneme. Advise on initial contact. You have information Foxtrot.
We got Fox. CST, what is going on?
Davis Airport ATIS information Foxtrot 2356 Zulu. Wind 160 at 4. Visibility 10. Sky clear below 12,000.
Clear in a million. Right down the runway.
2.-3.
A little chilly here today in real life.
3040. Arrival aircraft expect visual or ILS approach runway 16 left. Visual or area navigation approach runway.
Nice. All right, cool.
16 right and 1 FIXL. Notices to air mission.
There we go. CST Gaming, what's going on, man? How are you? And I haven't seen your streams, Owl streams, anybody's streams. Hope you guys have been doing well. Bombasso, what's up? What's up, Piper? Dude, give me a break. What's up, Bombasso? How you doing? VATSIM uses the real frequencies. I guess they do. Yeah, that's pretty amazing, actually. This is pretty damn cool. CST, hello. Hello to you too, sir. Micah, Owls, congrats on the new benchmark. What happened? Owls, did you hit like a 100,000 yet? Because your trajectory is right on like 100,000. So let's go ahead and actually I don't need. All right, so I don't need to use that. I know what the ground frequency is. We're gonna just do it all off COM1. We're gonna go 1, 2, 1. Ooh, it's clearance though. So usually I call ground for clearance. No, that's right. 121.8 because clearance isn't on. So there you go. So we'll call them up and get our clearance down in Norfolk. 6,000. Damn. Owls. Epic. I'm not surprised, but damn. Sir, congratulations. Man, Owls hit 6,000 subs. I don't doubt it though, man. Owls, you're on a trajectory for 50K within a year or two. I don't know, man. Mike had said told you it wouldn't be long. Exactly. Yeah, Owls, your stuff is really good. Micah, you too. I mean, Mike, I know you got other stuff going on, but you guys are CST Owls. By the way, if you guys, all right, I'll say it right now before we call and get our clearance. I know we're wasting a little bit of time, but this is important. Everybody watching, I don't know if you can see who I'm highlighting here. Please, these two, I'm circling them, CST Gaming and Owls. You guys go immediately, check out their channels, subscribe to their channels, make sure you get notified because they both stream all the time. And it's not a quantity over quality thing. They both stream all the time, awesome content. So we got like 5 people watching. All 5 people watching, go check out those channels right now. Oh man, algorithm doing lots of favors. Keep using it. Yeah, man, you got to work that YouTube algorithm. Something I never figured out. I don't know. I just try to get by on my good looks that you can't see. Anyway, let's call up Manassas ground. And let's do this kind of like we would do in real life. Manassas ground, good evening. Arrow 1202 Romeo's over here on the west ramp with Foxtrot. Looking for clearance to Norfolk, please.
Arrow 1202 Romeo Manassas ground alert, cleared to the Norfolk Airport, Arsenal 5 departure, Gordonsville transition, that was filed. Climb via SID, departure frequency is going to be 128.52, squawk 0005.
Arrow 1202 Romeo is cleared down at Norfolk, Arsenal 5, departure Gordonsville transition. That is filed. We'll climb via the SID. Departure is going to be on 28.52, and we'll squawk 0005. Arrow 1202 Romeo. Cool.
Arrow 02 Romeo, read back correct. 16 right for departure. Call for taxi.
All right, 16 right. We'll fly for taxi. 1202 Romeo. That is exactly how that works here. All right, cool. 005, and our departure was 128.52. Man, this is so There's two frequencies you usually get here, and that is one of them. The other is like 127 point something. So anyway, 128.52, and we'll just leave that there. And we can get the taxi clearance in a second. Now, normally I would have ground over here. I keep ground and ATIS in my COM 2. So basically anything that's not an airborne frequency, ATIS is kind of an airborne frequency, I keep on COM 2. Anyway, yeah. No, thanks. No thanks. I apologize that I haven't been able to catch y'all's streams. So anyway, and the the altimeter setting was 0.4. So it's a little different than in real life in that I wouldn't be trying to chat with you guys as I'm doing all this. I actually set the altimeter before I even call up and get my clearance. But that's all good. Cool. Oh, here comes somebody in for a landing on 1-6 right, it looks like. Awesome. Nope, we're good to go. Let's call for taxi. Supreme, what's going on? How am I able to stream my point of view? Because I'm in VR, man. It's VR streaming, VR live streaming. I use, all joking aside, Oculus Mirror to do that. Probably should get our flight plan in here first, though, right? Although a lot of times I do this at the run-up block at the end of 1-6 right, but we'll do it here. So there's Norfolk, and it's going to be Arsenal 5. You always get the Arsenal 5 out of Manassas, 1-6 right, Gordonsville transition, load departure. Man, this is pretty darn cool. And then after Gordonsville, we filed WAIKS, which is it's a fix to the west of Norfolk. It's Whiskey Alpha India Kilo Sierra, and then direct. And we'll go ahead and put in just a little VNAV Q for us, 0 feet AGL. That'll give us a TOD. That's good. We're going to expect 05 just because of the way the winds are at Norfolk. And that's actually the longer runway, which is kind of cool. Usually I get one of the shorter runways. That's all good. That's all in. Let's just make sure that that looks good. I got to get proficient with the GTNs. Right now I got a GNS 430 WAS in the panel. That all looks good, but like I said, and hopefully soon we're getting a 650XI put in. It's actually in the shop. The avionics shop has it. It's just we're in annual right now, and where we get our annual done and the place that's going to do our avionics is not the same airport. So anyway, but Kristen, how am I? I'm doing awesome. Doing awesome. How are you? I am busy, and so I have been for the last 2 months, but I'm doing awesome, and I couldn't not stream tonight, so that is what is up. Supreme, am I using virtual desktop? No, the Oculus Link cable with the what do you call it? Just the Oculus app and some other stuff. I've got a settings video up there if you're interested in what I'm using. Check out the channel. There's a video with all the settings and tools that I use. Cool. Let's call them up. Manassas ground, Arrow 1202 Romeo with Foxtrot, ready for taxi.
Arrow 02 Romeo, runway 16 right, taxi via Alpha.
16 right via Alpha, 1202 Romeo. How do I close the window? It's kind of loud in here. There we go. I was wondering why it was so loud. Cool. 16 right via Alpha. Let's just take it from here. So this Arrow has everything in. Oh, somebody set the parking brake. So this is something we don't do in our Arrow. Is hardly ever use the parking brake. It's never set. All it does is cause brake fluid to leak out of it, so we don't really use it. So anyway, 16 right via Alpha. I'm not even pulling up Navigraph. You know where we're going. Over on the west ramp, we've got Alpha. If we were on the east side where that guy's at, that would be Bravo. East ramp, is much busier. It's the longer runway. It's where all the biz jets and flight schools and helicopters do their crazy things. Over here on the west ramp, it's nice and quiet. Shorter runway, but it's perfect for smaller GA aircraft. The MSFS's rendition of this airport sucks, to be honest with you, like it does for most default airports. And if you see that hangar over there in the distance off to the northwest, that is not there anymore. It was bulldozed, but it is where I did my my primary flight training. It's kind of sad. Dulles Aviation is no more. That hangar is long gone. Well, not long gone. They tore it down about 6 months ago. But anyway, Kristen, are you glad? Yeah, thanks. Life is good. It's just it's busier than I want it to be in terms of just free time to do stuff. But yeah, free time recently, to be honest, it's been a lot of airplane stuff, a lot of real world airplane stuff. Our Arrow, like I said, it's in for annual. We've got some avionics upgrades, and Micah, you'll appreciate this. We're beyond the point of contemplating an interior renovation. We're getting quotes for materials, and we're moving forward slowly with
November 02 Romeo, contact tower 133.1.
Tower on 33.1 for Arrow 1202 Romeo. We're going to do a run up over here if that's all right.
All right, no worries. You can just call when you're ready.
Sounds good. 1202 Romeo over to tower and we're done. All right, so this is the run up block. This is actually pretty accurate. In fact, this is like real life. That's pretty cool. Never done a VATSIM flight with all ATC kind of online here at Manassas. So we'll go ahead and do the run up. You know, obviously we do our flight controls check first. It's full left, that's good. Full back. And normally I can see the elevator, but I can't see it there. Full right, that looks good. Full forward, that's all good. Make sure our trims are set, just aft of neutral. That's good. And we'll go ahead and just do our run up real quick. So in my Arrow, it's 2100 RPM. So I've got my feet on the brakes. We go 2100 RPM. Oh, that's touchy. And we'll call that good enough. Right mag. Look like a good drop. Left mag. Good. Cycle the prop. Go with the oil pressure. Ooh, that's not. See, this is where it gets not realistic. That's fine. And then third time is looking for oil on the windscreen. That prop RPM, the RPM drops a lot faster than that in the real Arrow. That's just JustFlight being JustFlight. So anyway, that all looked good. Pop on the pitot heat to check the ammeter. It looks like it's charging, so that's good. And then we just go back to idle. Make sure that we don't have the engine cut out when we're idle. And the drop on the tachometer is so much faster than that in real life, but whatever. All right, that's fine. Lean it back for ground ops, and let's go over to tower. So we do have Potomac approach in there, and we'll just go ahead and tune up 133.1, which is Manassas' tower frequency. And yeah, I got to get used to this thing. Let's 128.52. All right, so we'll leave that in standby. And we're squawking 0005. Let's go ahead and put that on altitude reporting, and we can now call up tower because we're ready to go. Making sure there's nothing on final, so we don't irritate tower by calling them up for our takeoff clearance when somebody is on short final, as I hear people do all the time. Get a lot of student pilots at Manassas, which is fine, a lot of flight schools. Actually, before we do this, let's go ahead and pull up Navigraph, and we'll pull up the Arsenal 5 departure. And there we go. So I didn't have the full checklist in front of me. Obviously, we checked to make sure the doors are closed and latched, and they are. That's all good. Christian, what's going on? You are here wondering if you should get somebody at home. Splice the speaker wires for you. You suck at cutting the sleeve. Nah. I'm not sure if that's a joke or not. Christian, get a good pair of wire cutters and go for it, bro. Owls, yeah, let's go. Manassas Tower, good evening. It's Arrow 1202 Romeo holding short 16 right, number 1.
Number 1202 Romeo, Manassas Tower. Fly runway heading with 1504, runway 16 right, clear for takeoff.
Runway heading 16 right, clear for takeoff, Arrow 1202 Romeo. All right, runway heading, that's something you don't usually get here. You usually just get cleared for departure, and then you're onto the SID, but that's all good. Let's go ahead and line it up. So again, this Arrow has its airspeed indicator in knots, and mine is in miles an hour. I rotate around 64 miles an hour. I'm just going to go ahead and rotate it 60, and we'll see what happens. So 2,000 feet is the top altitude on the SID. So we'll climb to 2,000 feet, runway heading, and then it's on to the Arsenal 5 departure. Cool. Let's go. Lights. Where's the light switch? Where is it? Landing light? There it is. Lights. Camera is the transponder. Action. Everything's full forward. Let's go. Toga's in chat, everybody. Christian, you either... I can't read that while I'm taking off, sorry. Smoothly applying power. Gauges are in the green, even though you can't see it. It is. A little bit of right rudder maintaining center line. Airspeed's alive. And we'll just call it 60 knots. Ooh, yeah, that's JustFlight. Come on, man. You gotta do better. Positive rate. No more usable runway gear up. And we'll pitch for, I usually pitch for about 100. We'll pitch for 90, because I guess that's the knots equivalent, and we'll just fly runway heading. And we'll see how this thing trims out. It actually doesn't do it very good.
2 Romeo, contact departure, stay fine.
Over to departure, 1202 Romeo, good night. And that's pretty early for that, but that's fine. Don't make departure, good evening, Arrow 1202 Romeo, departed Manassas, runway heading 700 feet.
November 1202 Romeo, Potomac departure, radar contact, climb maintain 040.
Climb maintain 040, still flying runway heading Arrow 1202 Romeo. Oops. Started my turn to the right.
In November 1202 Romeo, proceed at direct Casanova.
Direct Casanova, 1202 Romeo. Alright, 4,000 feet direct Casanova. That's a little more like it. There we go. I pulled the prop back a little bit. I didn't mention that to you guys, but that's what I would normally do in real life. 4,000 feet. Thing's climbing like a bat out of hell. Christian, you either cut too hard or remove the sleeve. Yeah, it takes a little practice. You'll get it. You'll get it. I guess we'll just hand fly it for a little bit. So we're cleared up to 4,000 feet. Trying to keep it at about 100 knots, maybe 90 knots. Trim on this thing just sucks.
Romeo, bump it up, climb maintain 7,000.
Climb maintain 7,000, Arrow 1202 Romeo. Alright, 7,000. And we need to keep climbing here. You know what we're going to do? We're just going to put the autopilot on it because the trim in this thing, it sucks. Ooh. And I don't have this autopilot in real life either. Autopilot off. What's going on? What is going on here?
And 02 Arrow 02 Romeo. I apologize. It's going to study off climb maintain 4,000.
Okay, 4,000 direct Casanova, Arrow 1202 Romeo.
And Arrow 02 Romeo, appreciate your patience first time around these parts, but we'll get you up to another controller that can get you higher. Stand by.
Wow, sounds great. You guys are doing a good job. I fly out of here in real life. This is realistic. All right, so we're up to 4,000. Why? Oh, because that. Okay, so that's on, and we can go nav mode. There we go. So we're going direct Casanova. Sorry, chat. Departure in real life is actually a little busy like this.
All right, Arrow 02 Romeo, contact Potomac departure 126.1. Have a good flight.
126.1, Arrow 1202 Romeo. Good night. Potomac, good evening, Arrow 1202 Romeo. It's on the Arsenal 5, climbing up to 4,000 feet.
Number 1202 Romeo, Potomac, good evening. Delta number 303, Adam.
3039er, Arrow 85 Romeo. Alright, we're going to go ahead and level off at 4,000 feet. And we do have a little handy out hold here on the JustFlight Arrow, so we'll go ahead and engage that. And now we can go ahead and turn the fuel pump off. Landing lights can come off. And
November 1020 Romeo, come maintain 7,000.
I maintain 7,000, Arrow 1202 Romeo. Cool, that's how that works usually. Owls, let's go. Sorry, I read that. James Johnson, what's going on? How you doing? Sorry, I missed a bunch of chat there. How you doing? Christian, I'll get to your comment in a second.
345 Hotel, you ready to go?
Yes, ready for departure 345 Foxtrot Hotel.
Number 345 Hotel, on departure by runway
4,000, I'm sorry, up to 7,000 feet now. So we'll go ahead and let the airplane climb naturally here. We'll do an outside view in a second. Yeah, this is pretty good. This is as realistic as I've had on VATSIM. Well, I've actually never had full ATC like this with departure. Now, you don't usually get handed off to a second Potomac approach controller that quickly, but that's all good. Let's do this. Let's cheat again. We'll use vertical speed. So my aircraft actually does have an autopilot that has vertical speed, and why are we not direct Casanova? There we go. So we'll go ahead and pretend like it's the same autopilot that I have in the real Arrow. So we'll lean the mixture out a little bit too. Because good cruise climb in my Arrow is about 115 miles an hour, so we'll call it 100 knots, I guess. Christian, you did get your 470 Ti overclock card. Oh, nice, man. And a ZXT flow case with a 1,000-watt gold power supply. Nice. Oh, you should be loving life then, man. Why are we not?
1202 Romeo, contact Potomac approach. Contact Potomac departure 12505.
12505, 1202 Romeo. Good night. This autopilot is kind of whack. Potomac departure, good evening. Arrow 1202 Romeo is through 5,747 on the Arsenal 5.
November 1202 Romeo, good evening, sir. Potomac departure, climb and maintain 7,000. Welcome aboard.
I maintain 7,000, Arrow 1202 Romeo. Yeah, see, this autopilot is giving me a little bit of fits right now. Not sure what is going on, but we'll just maybe hand fly it. Got 1,000 to go. Anyway, James, long time no see. Yeah, I've been good. I know it's been kind of crazy. Keep the manifold pressure coming up there.
355 Hotel Papa, thank you, sir. Eastbound is approved. Maintain 7 miles.
I think I got a stream in last week. We did a stream about a week ago. Right?
And the Washington VOR at all times.
That is
All right,
pretty
we're
much.
Clear eastbound, and we're
That's pretty much what it looks like too. That's Lake Manassas off there to the north.
And Baltimore VOR.
And you got the Blue Ridge Mountains going off to the west there. We've got Rex Accu Seasons, so the ground textures and trees look pretty accurate. It's a little browner than this in real life, but not too bad. Not too shabby. All right, 500 feet to go. And then we're at our top O climb. And then we can just go ahead and set cruise power and chill. James, you think it's funny how old GA planes are miles per hour? I know, yeah. I think, I don't know when Piper...
November 496, Bravo Alpha.
I don't know when Piper changed that.
Have a good flight, sir.
It may have been with the 72s when they came out with the new... we got 300 to go here. When they came out with the new airframe, the longer fuselage and the different wing. I'm not sure exactly. So we're going to go ahead
and approach. This is,
start to level off here at
Kisser, 496 Bravo Alpha, contact Potomac, departure 119.85. Have a good flight, sir.
1985.
119er.
Yeah, see, this doesn't work exactly like the real airplane does, but there's altitude. Oh, see, I missed it. Damn it.
Departure, Temple 35 Golf Delta, 1200 just east of Leesburg, the flight following back to Manassas. November 135 Golf Delta, good evening, sir, Potomac departure, radar contact.
Just trying to trim this thing out. This is the difference between the JustFlight Arrow and the V-Flight Arrow. Yeah, this is messed up.
Departure and maintain 7 miles
Autopilot
off.
off. Let's just stand quiet. There we go. I think we got it. I think we got it. Oh, no we don't. This airplane is a mess. We're going to hand fly at the Casanova and then figure this out. There. Autopilot off. Direct to Casanova. Down to 7,000. Can we at least get this thing to hold altitude? There we go. That should be better. I told you I'd screw this up even though I do this in real life. I told you. There we go. Okay, much better. So at this point, we can square things off, 24 and 24, pull the prop back, make sure manifold pressure is where it needs to be. It is. And then we can go ahead and lean for about 10 gallons an hour. Oh, that's right. The fuel flow gauge doesn't work on this airplane, so we'll just assume that that's about right there. Sheesh. That was a mess. Sync the heading bug.
135 Golf Delta, maintain VFR at or below 2,500.
All right, we got it. We got it. Anyway, James, yeah, I agree. It's odd why the GA was in miles per hour. I don't know. Maybe it's because it was more like a car or something like that. I don't know. Every other airliners and stuff like that, I believe, were in knots even back then. I don't know why GA was stuck in miles an hour, but anyway.
Oh, I would have done that. Did ground not give you a clearance into the Bravo? Negative, so I just be doing nothing with that. No, I'm not going to do anyway.
Some 2 in pattern work, nice.
Okay, 135 Golf Delta cleared into
Get a lot of that in Manassas.
Maintain VFR at or below 2,500, 7 miles outside the Army
Our
VOR.
autopilot is doing weird stuff.
Approved, altimeter 3039.
Let's go direct Gordonsville, please.
Get into Bravo at or below 2,500. Make it down 6 miles from RML 135 Golf Delta. Thank you.
There we go.
Yeah, we first hour will consider like 40 is looking for 1 second.
Anyway, James, do I have an Arrow 2 or an Arrow 1? No, it's an Arrow, I guess you'd call it an Arrow 1. It's I don't think technically called an Arrow 1. It is a PA28R 200. But yeah, I guess people would refer to it as an Arrow 1. It's a 1969, so it's not. I think the Arrow 2s came out in 72, so this is I guess you would call it an Arrow 1 that I have. So yeah, it's in for annual right now. It went in on Monday. We flew it up there on over there on Sunday. Tied it down on the ramp, and I actually haven't heard anything from the shop yet, so that's always a good sign. Although it may not be. I don't know how far they got with it. They may not have even opened it up yet, so we'll see. So we're looking good. 24 and 20. Well, we got manifold pressure full in at this point, so so normally I would have set a timer on ForeFlight here, but we're just going to go ahead and do this by basically the fuel that we see burned on the gauges there, which are never accurate, but we're going to go ahead and use that. Although we do have a timer here, don't we? Let's see, mode. There we go. Timer set. But yeah, so it's in for annual. It usually takes, I don't know, 3 or 4 days, and then we'll get it back. Barring any major squawks, knock on wood. But then as soon as we get it back, I'm going to fly it over to Shenandoah Airport, which is Kilo Sierra Hotel Delta, which is actually right... It's going to be right around this area, kind of here-ish, is Shenandoah. And there's a guy there who I think he's just kind of a one-man operation at Shenandoah Avionics. He is going to install actually this, a 650 XI in our panel to replace the 430 WAS that we have. Well, actually, another issue. So we have a KX 155 radio for our Navcom 2. And it has been, like, the display is all wrinkled and cracked, as typically happens with those things. And it's also kind of flaky in terms of the display. It'll just cut out every once in a while. So I don't know if it's a loose connection. Long story short, we're looking to have that replaced too. We wanted it's a something 255, whatever the Garmin Navcom radio is that was actually just discontinued. They have a new one. It's a 215. So we wanted the 255, and I called the guy, and he's like, "Oh yeah, they just discontinued that. There's a new Garmin Navcom that's out, but they're not shipping it yet." I'm like, "Well, what are we supposed to do?" So anyway, Jared, what's going on? What Lycoming does the Arrow use? In mine, and actually in this one too, it's an IO 360 C1C. Is a 200 horsepower 4-cylinder Lycoming. It's the IO 360 C1C. It's a great engine. And ours is, man, knock on wood. I probably shouldn't talk about annual too much, but knock on wood, ours is been pretty strong. We're over TBO, and the only thing we've had to do is replace the number 4 cylinder that last year was showing some pretty low compressions, and it turns out that we had the exhaust valve on the number 4 cylinder wasn't seating fully, and no amount of tapping it would fix it. And I just one of those things. I mean, old engines. So anyway, we had the number 4 cylinder replaced, and man, it's after a real quick break-in. I think it was about 15 hours of breaking it in. Man, the plane flies even stronger than it did before, and it's been a strong flying airplane. So yeah, the IO 360 C1C. Zach, what's going on, man? Zach Hamilton, what is up? How you doing? Hope your week has been going well. Jared, must be a good fuel burn. I flight plan at 10 gallons an hour. So, yep, 10 gallons an hour. I usually flight plan at 140, but she'll get 150 true knots, that is. It's about 172 miles an hour, but she'll true out at 150 knots. Anywhere above, it depends on the temperature, 6,000 all the way on up. and I got the pics to prove it. So people always debate me on that on Pilots of America. I post up there, like, you know, people always post their, you know, pictures of their ground speed, or and now I have an Aspen EFD Pro Max in the panel that replaces the AI and the HSI or DG. I have one single unit Aspen, and it shows you the you know, your true airspeed, and consistently hits 170 plus miles an hour, which is about 150 knots. People are always like, "You're full of it." I'm like, hey, pics don't lie. It's all actually. This is a good example. 7,000 feet, straight and level flight, 150 knots true all day. So yeah, what's the flashing light? Yeah, it's the I don't have this in my Arrow, the auto gear. It's this, the auto gear extension. It's irritating, and I honestly don't know how to turn it off. I don't have this in my Arrow. The 69 Arrow
yeah, once he takes my head off, wait for it.
was equipped with the auto gear extension system that would automatically drop the gear below a certain airspeed in its, you know, specific configuration.
November 135, Golf
but
give Manassas Tower a call.
When I bought the airplane, it had already been disabled, which is a pretty common thing in non-trainer aircraft, is to just have it disabled. So that's the auto gear extension light. James, do you, I think I'd ever vlog flights in real life? You know,
November 1202 Romeo, contact Washington 133.72. Good night, sir.
center on 3372. Have a great night. Arrow 1202 Romeo. 13372. It's funny, this is one of the only times I haven't been using VATSIM radio for this, to automatically tune the frequencies. This is very familiar to me. So, Washington Center, good evening. Arrow 1202 Romeo, 7,000 feet.
Arrow 202 Romeo, Washington, roger. Clear to Norfolk if you would like.
Direct destination, Arrow 1202 Romeo. Thank you for the shortcut, sir. Heck yeah, and this is actually very realistic to get cleared direct once you're off of the SID, and actually even a lot of times before you even get close to the end of your SID. Usually Potomac approach. Well, no, yeah, center will be the one to do it, but they'll clear you pretty direct. There's not a lot of air traffic in this area down at this altitude. Especially on a day like today when it's clearing a million, everybody would just be on flight following or just straight up via VFR. So that's pretty accurate. Yeah, but James, I need the equipment to do it. I don't have a GoPro, but yeah, maybe.
1156 descending grid of freedom through follow 326.
Maybe. I guess would be the answer to that.
You're supposed to descend to cross buckle out of maintain bottom of 3.
Stuttering there. So yeah. Nice little flight. So I set the clock back, the sim clock back by about 3 hours to give us a little bit of daylight flying, and then on the return flight, which I think we're going to get in now, that he gave us that nice shortcut. On the return flight, it should be getting kind of dark, so we can see what this thing looks like at night, which is kind of cool. Yeah, I'm super stoked about getting that 650 in the panel. The 430 has done really well for us. It's been a great navigator. It'll fly, ILS, and it'll fly RNAV, including LPV. Our autopilot will fly LPV approaches connected to the 430. But the greatest thing, well, there's a couple of great things. One of the greatest things about the 650s and the 750s is this little card right here. If you can buy, it's called a Flight Stream 510. Garmin makes it, and what it does is it has both Wi-Fi and Bluetooth inside of it, and you can connect ForeFlight to it so that you can exchange flight plans between, I always have my tablet mounted here on the yoke, and you can actually just transfer flight plans directly from your your iPad using ForeFlight directly to the unit. So we actually bought the little card, the FlightStream 510 that plugs in there too. So that's going to be awesome. You can also update the database every month using the over the air as well, so you don't have to actually take the card out, plug it into a card reader, download the database, upload it to the card, plug the card back in, hand the button. Jared, you just moved me from my phone. Oh, to your 55-inch TV. Oh, damn. Okay. Oh, and it's still legit money.
Romeo, contact Potomac 126.05.
Code 605.
Awesome. I'm glad it looks good.
Yeah, Cherokee 202 Romeo, bus letter, no number, and approach request if you have any in Norfolk.
Stand by for 1202 Romeo.
Yeah.
All right, let's see what the weather is at Norfolk. I think it's favoring. Actually, let's take a look at Norfolk. So I think the winds are favoring 05. Oops. Come on, VR. What's it called? VR controllers not working out well. Nope.
Melissa 1 Washington, who's like the tag? Because they still have to tag and I don't have you.
So winds are favoring 05. 14 would be the best, but I guess we'll take 05.
Controlled airspace, malicious 1.
Norfolk weather.
Hold on, let me figure that out.
Yeah, we'll take ILS 05.
Lima, India, Sierra, Hotel, Sierra 1.
I am very well where you are, but somebody still have to tag, so let me work on that. I'll get back.
Mr. Flight, what's up? What's up, the goat? Nah, hardly, but what's going on, man? What's up? How you doing? Yeah, glad y'all are hanging out, to be honest with you. I didn't know if anybody would actually join tonight's stream. It's kind of a low and slow kind of stream in the Arrow, but yeah. Let me call up Center real quick. Washington Center, Arrow, 1202 Romeo. Cool. He's busy. We got lots of time. This is Lake Anna, I believe, that you're looking at down here. Done lots of scenic flights with passengers around Lake Anna. There's a nuclear power plant somewhere on Lake Anna. I think it's on the northern side, I believe. It's a really fun, like, recreational boating lake. Really cool to fly around. It's actually a really small, uncontrolled, untowered airport at Lake Anna that I've been to before. And then there's also LKU, Louisa County. Louisa County is a little bit outside of Lake Anna. I've flown in there before. Gordonsville Airport, GVE is close to here. This is kind of my stomping grounds, folks. It's kind of cool that they had a VATSIM event here. Like I said before, I was on a whim. I went to the VATUSA website and I saw that there was an event. And I'm like, oh, okay, Potomac Approach. Washington Center is doing an event tonight. And I clicked on it. Like, oh my God, Manassas and Leesburg are like the host airports. Amazing. So, anyway, so we'll give them our approach request. It's going to be 05. We'll dial up the ILS, but I don't want to fly it. It's going to be visual. Although he'll probably want us to fly the ILS so he can get rid of us in a good way. I mean, you know, we're small potatoes for Washington Center. Let's do load procedure. We'll just go 05 vectors, and we'll just load it. We don't need to activate it.
Blue 7 Washington, go ahead.
There we go.
Yeah, just checking in for one level.
Cool. And our ground speed's 146 knots. Ooh, with a tailwind. Yeah, so the Arrow 2, oh, this is an Arrow 3. Honestly, these are slower than the Arrow that I've got anyway. Again, I've got one, knock on wood, strong running engine, and every speed mod that they make for it. I actually bought it with all the mods installed, all the aileron seals, the flap seals, door gap seals, all that stuff. It's a really smooth airplane. So right now with a tailwind, I'd probably be doing about 155 knots across the ground.
Malicious 1, radar contact, altitude indicate followable 270.
So, we should probably change tanks. So let's do this. We'll go fuel pump on, looking at the fuel pressure and fuel flow. Right tank, fuel flow looks good, fuel pressure looks good, fuel pump comes off. Go ahead. Reset that. Oop. No, I don't have this clock in my airplane. We reset it.
Arrival and landing south for Delta 200.
Stop. Reset. There. Start.
Landing north.
Come on. There.
I'll check on your landing direction for you.
We got it.
Manassas,
Anyway. Yeah, so good times. I don't think I've flown the JustFlight Arrow in, I mean, it's been months, and honestly, it doesn't really, I mean, it's good enough. You know, obviously it's good enough for VATSIM flying and all that, but compared to the real thing, it just, the flight model is a little jacked up, to be honest. It doesn't, like, the way it trims out isn't real accurate. Landing is going to be fun. It's real twitchy. And, you know, remembering back on the times that I've actually flown this on a stream and landed it, it lands, it's harder to land this thing in the sim than it is in real life. Like, it's weird to say that, but it's true. So that's my excuse. Anyway, James, Jared, so the Arrow took the place of the Comanche-ish. Yes. I don't think they overlapped, and I think what happened, if I remember correctly, is that the Piper plant in Pennsylvania, it's Pennsylvania or Ohio, they had, I think it was a flood, and all the like tooling and machinery was destroyed. So when Piper moved down to Florida, they had to retool everything, and that's when they decided to, I guess, scrap the Comanche and just continue with the Arrow. I think that's right. You guys check my math on that. I'm not real big on the history of the Arrow, but I think that's what happened. How cool is this 1970s interior? I mean, this thing has not been renovated. Look at these side panels. The two-tone, the carpet, and then the vinyl. Now, the one thing I'm jealous of is these seats have headrests. 69 Arrows didn't have headrests in the seats. So that's actually one of the things we're struggling with as we go through the renovation. We're going to get our seats redone, obviously, but I want headrests, and our seats don't have headrests, and there's a question of whether or not the seat frames are actually pre-drilled with holes to actually accept the headrest. If not, we either need to get special permission from the FSDO to modify the seat frames to include headrests. It's considered a major alteration, believe it or not. Or find seats out of a newer Arrow that will fit and that will be legal to put in our old Arrow that have headrests. So Texas Air Salvage has 2 front seats from a newer Arrow with headrests at $1,700 a piece that we will basically buy and then completely tear down to the frames just so we can get some headrests. It's nuts. James, you're originally from Florida. Oh, nice. Used to live 2 city blocks from Florida nuclear power plant. Oh my God, that thing was to go. No, but you'd be in trouble. Yeah, that's funny. So when I was a young kid, when I was born up until the age of 9, I lived in an area of Pennsylvania where they were constructing. Now this is back in the 70s, late 70s, because I'm old. They were constructing a power plant, Limerick Power Generation Station. And throughout my young childhood, you could see the cooling towers being built, and it used to give me nightmares all the time because you could see it from our house. My parents actually went and protested this as the hippies that they used to be. Jared sounds right, plus the Bonanza was just too good. Yeah, Bo was a great airplane. Yeah, I think if I were to upgrade to another, single engine piston, it would be a Bonanza. Yeah, they're great airplanes. One of my good friends, actually at Manassas, has a Bo. He's got an RV6 and also a Bonanza. That thing is beautiful.
The aircraft calling is unreadable or just white noise. I can't hear anything. Southwest 2642, fly heading 090, join runway.
It actually turned out to be a pretty quick flight with the shortcut. So Richmond, Virginia. Sorry, I'm going to put down my beverage here. Richmond should be off to our right. Looks like we passed it. Did we? No. No chance, right? No, we haven't passed it yet. It's to the southwest. So Richmond, VA, KRIC is off in that direction.
Blue 726 just stopped the climb at a maintain level 370. You're going to start descending pretty soon.
370, 726.
So.
And JetBlue 726 cross north, new, at a maintain level 270.
Zach Hamilton, hello 1970s, exactly like the. I mean, if I look at the carpeting. This is actually very accurate. Look at the stains.
Contact with Comac 126.1. Good night.
Just like oil that somebody dragged in from the hangar. Over here, you'd probably have some 100 low lead dripping out of the fuel selector. It smells like oil and hydraulic fluid and 100 low lead and like butt sweat from 40 years of flying. Like I can smell this airplane right now. Mr. Flight, you love me a lot more in one sitting. Wait, what? Thank you, Oink. Appreciate it. James, your favorite GA aircraft was the Mooney Bravo. Oh yeah, Mooney's. The forgotten GA aircraft. Nothing like a Mooney M20. How about a Mooney Rocket? My next door hangar mate, before we moved hangars, had a Mooney Rocket. Oh my god. That thing was a beast. I don't even know. I forget what engine that thing had in it. But it could fly in the flight levels. No question for 1202 Romeo, just approach request in a Norfolk, take ILS 05, if that's alright.
I will put that on the book.
Sounds good. We'll take whatever you want to give us, though.
Fine. Yeah, the ILS fine, but the visual will work better, but I'll work on that stuff.
Visual's good. Whatever's easiest for you guys, man. Alright, James, you're still waiting for them to put a Mooney. Yeah, there is no Mooney, right? It's just a second. Shagwagon, exactly. Check this thing out. I mean, it is shag type carpeting, right? I mean, like you don't see side panels like this where it's like vinyl, and then this is supposed to be carpeting. I mean, that's what my aircraft has. I think I put pictures in Discord before of what our airplane looks like. Actually, this airplane looks a lot better inside than our Arrow does. But we have these like metal plates here. They're actually really good, especially if you get a little bit of your shoes don't have a lot of grip. They kind of slide on that thing. You really get a lot of action on your heels when you're working the rudder pedals for a crosswind landing.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I think JustFlight got the texturing pretty correct. Now the only thing is, if this is supposed to be an old airplane, this panel is way too clean, and this glare shield is way too perfect. Like this eyebrow on an older airplane like this would be bent down, and sometimes like bent to the point where it's the top part is cracked and you can see the foam. I mean, this is way too pristine. Like somebody obviously in this airplane had like the eyebrow, like the glare shield replaced. They had the panel plastics replaced also, because in our Arrow, this piece, like the middle left and the middle right panel plastic panels here, the overlays, are this horrible faux wood. Like this is all black, this is like a faux wood, and then this is blue to match the rest of the plastic in the airplane. I mean, it looks pretty atrocious, to be honest. Let's start getting the weather. Well, we're going to get the ILS, so it's 109.1. Let's go ahead and flip that over, 109.1. I mean, it's clearing a million. We're not going to shoot an actual approach. This would be visual all the way. Final approach, course 047. Mr. Birch, climb 2,000 feet direct to the Cape Charles. CCV is Cape Charles in VOR. Initial approach fix, Cali 2100, IAF, P 1600. Minimum is 226 feet. Approach briefing. Zach, just starting to somewhat get into GA. Nice. Which would I recommend? TBM. I only have the TBM, by the way. I don't have the PC-12 or the, I'm going to call it the M500, FSR 500, the Meridian. But the TBM is awesome. The what do you call it? Black Square TBM is freaking. It's a blast to fly. So personally, I would recommend that. But hey, Zach, I've heard really good things too about the Meridian, and also the Pilatus. So like personal recommendation, I guess would have to be for the TBM 850. But only because that's the only one that I own. So this is pretty sweet. I think we're going to get both legs in. So we're going to go back to Manassas from Norfolk, and yeah, hopefully we can get both legs in with full ATC. That'd be pretty darn cool.
Washington Center, Challenger 106,
Richmond.
we're about 20 miles to the southeast.
Actually, you can see Richmond International over there at about 2 o'clock. Right there. I love the new version of Rex AccuSeasons. Well, it's not new anymore, but the most recent version of Rex AccuSeasons. It actually applies more accurate ground textures too. So before, it would just use like the MSFS default, like green, you know, like middle of summer ground textures. But now with Rex, it's like it actually looks like wintertime here. This is pretty darn cool.
Where are you out?
It's fun flying GA sometimes, especially when everybody else is sweating up there in an airliner, duking it out with ATC. Got a lot of helmet fire going on. It's all mass confusion. We're just flying along at 135 knots true, 7,000 feet, enjoying the scenery. Not bad. Not bad. But yeah, this looks very realistic. I gotta tell you, I mean, it's Rex AccuSeason is legit.
That is 690. Where are you?
Dark direction. Let's turn some tail lighting up. These old rheostats. By the way, if you own a real world kind of early Arrow, don't break these rheostats because you can't find them. if your rheostat goes bad, like your lighting control rheostats go bad, God help you. It's a little early, I guess, for
Delta 950 to 10 feet of cap 3 landing north.
Send me the cap 3, Delta 950.
Zach, you appreciate it? Yeah, man. I'm sure they're all good. James, you flew the MSFS default King Air. Nice. From Georgia to the Hamptons. It was successful, and you got a butter. Sweet.
Turn right and contact ground, good night.
That default King Air is pretty good. The only thing it has that I don't like is it's got the the glass panels, but yeah, King Air is good. Bombasso. Oh, you've got the TBM and the Pilatus. Nice. Bombasso, how is your sim construction project going? I think it's been a while since we've caught up, man. Last time I checked, you were like waiting for something, maybe the motion device to arrive. James, King Air, crazy phone texting. What? Okay. Don't text and fly. Now, every pilot does it, but don't text and fly. Every 135 or 121 pilot. Every Part 91 pilot texts and flies, but don't do it. Oh, what a mess. Shoot. Alright, yeah, man. Sorry. Was it like a shipping delay? Yeah, let me... Yeah, alright. Yeah, we should catch up. I haven't been even active on Discord that much recently. I hate to say it. Yeah, if you shoot me a DM, man, we can reconnect. Yeah, but also, by the way, I saw Captain Shaq streaming recently, which was awesome. I didn't catch his live streams. But I guess it was a couple of days later. I don't know, just on the YouTube homepage, and I saw like 2 Captain Shaq streams. Is he back? I gotta reconnect with Shaq too. How's our fuel looking? So we burned 15 minutes off that right tank. Yeah, we're good. I don't think we're gonna switch tanks. So
690 New York is closer to service terminated. Frequency change approved.
Frequency change approved. Could you please say the frequency again? United 690.
This was a nice shortcut that he gave us.
122.99. Thank you.
So that's Cape Charles right there. CCV. Williamsburg. So there's an airport pretty close to here that I routinely fly to lunch. It is Juliet Golf. Where is it? It should be like right. That's Wakefield. I've been there before. Or is that Wake? No, that's Richmond Exec. There it is, JGG. So that's Williamsburg Airport, and they have a really good restaurant on that field called Charlie's. They make their own bread, have awesome sandwiches, have a nice patio where you can sit outside and watch planes take off and land. I fly there a lot, like in the springtime and summer, where I'm just trying to find a destination. It's a quick, like 1-hour flight. I'll just head down there, land, grab some lunch, watch some airplanes, and roll out. There and back in like, I don't know, 4 hours. Including lunch and just hanging out. Nice. Bombasso. Oh, he is jumping on when he's got time. That's awesome. Not back at around. Okay. Yeah, he's got to be close to his IR at this point. How are you doing, Bombasso, with your flight training? You had already finished your IR, right? Forgive me for not remembering. I think you had. I thought you had finished your IR. Yeah, you had finished your IR, and we're looking at maybe buying something interesting. It's contrails.
November 35 Lima Golf units frequency.
Oh boy. So I don't think we have any ATC at Norfolk. Let's see.
November 35 Lima Golf, Washington, Rochester, kind of maintain Alamo 39er. No, 410. Yeah, they can deal with you.
They can deal with you. Nice.
The 410, 3
Yeah, there's nothing in Norfolk. Oh, is that Richmond? It's like Richmond's online. No, that can't be. I think it's just a misplaced circle there. But yeah, we'll just stay with center. Normally, you get in contact with Norfolk approach. Maybe nowish. You get kicked over to Norfolk approach. Actually, there are times when I've done this flight, you never even talk to center. It's just basically Potomac approach, and then you're on with sometimes PAX approach. Patuxent approach depends on what your flight plan looks like. Sometimes it's Potomac approach directly over to. Nah, it's usually Potomac approach, Patuxent approach, and then Norfolk approach, and then you're there. But not center on this route of flight. Now, if you go further west, you'll get kicked over to center. But yeah. James, you think I'd go for a twin for my multi? James, if the only reason I would get my multi is if I was, if we were gonna get into a twin. And right now, I don't think that's gonna be in the cards. I wouldn't get my multi just to get it at this point in my life. Like I did a couple years ago, I'd actually gone for my commercial. I actually passed the written. I actually got 100% on the comm written, and I was all set to start, flight training for the commercial, and I sort of stopped. Kind of a life decision. I was like, you know what, I'm not doing this for as a pro pilot. So I just kind of let my my commercial written just expired. You get 2 years, and it just expired back in January. So, long answer to your question, I would get my multi if we were going to get into a twin. But if we're not getting into a twin, probably not going to get my multi. The only rating, it's not even a rating, the only endorsement that I would get, just for the hell of it, is a tail wheel. I would do that just for the hell of it. Actually, the plan is, like, when our plane finally does need an overhaul or a new engine, it's going to be down for months and months. That's when I'm going to get my tail wheel. Maybe I'll get my multi, I don't know. But that would probably only be predicated by me actually buying a twin. My partner and I, partner in the Arrow, he's really looking for a twin, but that would be separate from our partnership. We would keep the Arrow, but it's mildly intriguing that we might go together in a twin. He's looked at some twin Comanches. He really wants a Baron. He wants a Baron 55, pretty bad. I'm just not sure. I'm not sure I need a twin. So anyway, long answer.
Piper 202 Romeo, approach discussion instead of maintain 4,000.
Okay, my discretion down to 4,000, 1202 Romeo. Did we pass T?
Showing 3038.
3038, 1202 Romeo. That's right where we're at. All right, my discretion down to 4,000. So, whoops. We're not quite the top of the descent, so we'll wait a little bit. And then head down 500 feet per minute. James, I think it was like a month ago, V1 mentioned that. Is he like really done with VATSIM? Yeah, because they busted him for like not using his real name or something like that, or some crap. That sucks. I mean, that's ridiculous. He's a streamer. I mean, he probably just doesn't want people, knowing who he is, right? Actually, you know what? I'm not going to get into it. But that's insanely ridiculous. Bombasso, yeah. I remember hearing about this back in, was it maybe late December it happened? So, yeah, I mean, give me a break, right? I mean, the guy's like a VATSIM advocate. He's always flying on VATSIM, using real-world procedures in his flights with VATSIM. Always professional. Obviously, he flies an Airbus 320 pilot, right? I didn't get that. In fact, I thought it was a joke when I first heard about that. But is he still off VATSIM? Darla, what's going on, man? Darla Cordoso, what is up?
Washington, Roger.
Hope your night is going well, your day, whatever it is, where you are, what is going on. Hope you're enjoying the low and slow flight in the JustFlight Arrow, now kind of getting close to Norfolk. Actually, that might be... those lead-in lights there are not Jamestown. I don't know what that is, but yeah, a lot of fun little smaller untowered airports to fly into in this area. But yeah, I can't believe that, James. Yeah, but also he's been caught using another name, but so what? He's using Iveo. I've never used Iveo.
Orbit 27, you can contact Boston 134.7.
Bombasso, yeah, man, there are loads of folks using other names. Yeah, they need to give him a pass, man. That's stupid. I don't know, I'll say it. That's stupid. What a dumb idea. I'd be really irritated because I love VATSIM, man. To me, there's nothing more immersive than flying in VR on VATSIM. I mean, like this flight, for example, I've done this flight in real life. Like I've actually completed this flight, actually a few times, in real life, in an Arrow, using these exact same procedures. And VATSIM makes it whole. It makes it complete. It makes it like this is as real as it gets. Like to a single engine piston, instrument rated pilot. This is, it cannot possibly get any realer. If you took VATSIM away from this equation, I don't know if I would do it anymore. I hate to say it. I'm not sure I'd want to use the sim at all, even when I had the time to do it. Zach, GA is very relaxing. Yes, it really is. I 100% agree. I love it. I'm going to rename the channel VR GA Sim Pilot. Darlin, oh, you're from Brazil. Okay, awesome. Welcome, man. What's up? How's it still lurking? That's awesome. Alice, you got to make this flight in real life, man. Get yourself a discovery flight. Get your PPL. Head over to Manassas. Go over to Aviation Adventures or American Aviation or Piston to Jet. One of the flight schools on the field. Get your private cert. Make this flight, man. Let's do it. Come on. Gotta get Owls to get his license. Sorry, his cert. People will correct me in comments on Discord. It's not a license, it's a cert. Yeah, I get it. I know it's a cert. Anyway, Al is flying the the Embraer, Atlanta Charleston. Nice. Don't worry. Hey, do your thing, man. Fly the airplane. I'm just glad you're here, man. Glad you got your sim set back up. That was quick, by the way. Darlin, is there a difference between products purchased within the marketplace and outside it? Yeah, there is, and I mean, I don't know technically what the differences are, but in practical experience, it seems like the products purchased outside of the marketplace get updated a lot more frequently. I think it's harder to get. Updates into the marketplace. We're going to start our descent a little early, so we're going down to 4,000 feet, so we'll go vertical speed. I'm pretending like I have the same autopilot that I do in my Arrow. We're going to pull manifold pressure back. Now, power setting for a nice 500 foot per minute descent in my Arrow is about 20. We'll see how it goes here. And we're cleared down to 4,000, so we'll just go 500 feet per minute. Down to 4,000 at 20. Let's go ahead and enrich the mixture a little bit. There we go. Yeah, you should do it. I'm not kidding, man. Of all the people that are streaming right now that are not actively involved in getting either a cert or a rating, Mike has got his. Shaq's got one. He's getting a lot of them. CST, you too, man. Yeah, with CST Gaming, if you're still listening, what are you doing, man? Get that cert. Come on.
Got the 2235, turn 20 degrees to the right, back to point trail.
But Owls, yeah, I think, man, you would pick it up so quickly. I mean, like, your discovery flight would be a joke. You would, obviously the CFI that you fly with for your discovery flight's not going to let you do the takeoff. usually, but he'll let you control the airplane shortly thereafter, and he'll probably let you land it. James, have I flown into the Caribbean in real life? Oh, no. No. Have I? No, I think we did a flight into Nassau, but it was like right before that update. So no, we got to do that. We got to do that. Maybe in the Lear. The Lear 35 Alpha has taken a lot of updates. Zyro, what's up? Legend. OG Legend. What is up, man? Zyro, how's it going?
Upper 45.
Good to see you, brother.
Cover me,
F-22 inbound.
270.
The F-22 is the oldest command in the chat. We've had the exclamation point F-22 command before we've had anything. Alright, let's see. Let's pull this back to maybe...
feet until, what did you say again?
Delta 2235.
So we're clear down to 4,000, we're at 5,800. Man, that's awesome. Seriously, Rex AccuSeasons is
10114 checking in 15,000.
epic. Like if you just fly the default foliage and ground textures, it just looks like it's always summertime, which is cool, except when it's not summertime. You're like, why is everything green? It's all cold and dead here right now.
2,000 at 1,000.
So initial descent into Norfolk, cleared down to 4,000 feet. Let's see what they do with us. Probably started the descent a little bit early. I think that's Norfolk off in the distance there. So there's a couple of cool approaches into Norfolk where you actually fly in over the ocean and kind of over the Navy facilities there. Pretty epic. Zyro, you doing good? Yeah. How about? Nice, man. Yeah, I've been busy too. Story of my life these days, but made time for this one. No way I'm not going to fly on a stream when there's a VATSIM event at my home airport in real life. No chance. We're flying that. So one cool thing we can do here is the 3,000 Arrow 1202 Romeo. All right, down to 3,000, we're cleared. The cool thing about this is we can actually, if he's going to clear his visual, I mean, we can still use the ILS as guidance, but what was I going to say? We also have a, if you go to the procedures page, there is a way to do a, just a visual to the runway. Like visual 05. Now we'll leave it set to the ILS because the winds are actually favoring 05. So we'll go ahead and leave that. Let's hit the weather again. Norfolk 06010 gusting 20. No big deal. It's right down the runway. Do that all day long in real life. 3038 is the altimeter setting. And by the way, so we're going to signature, which is right here. So we're going to land, and then we'll probably, we're not going to make the turn off there. We'll end up exiting Gulf and then taxiing all the way back around here to the GA ramp, where I'll take a quick break, because I need a bio break even now. And then we'll turn it around and head back.
Washington Center, good evening, Delta 2235. Hey, trying to get you a call a couple of times. What is your intention, sir? Apologies about that. We are.
Make sure we get our flight recorder, not our flight recorder, our flight monitors on. And again, like the landing rate in the sim, full disclosure, it may not be that good. I find it harder to land the sim airplane than I do the real one, which is kind of crazy, but it's true. All right.
Delta 2235, turn 20-degree left vector for traffic.
There's an airport down there. I'm not sure what that is.
20 degrees left.
I don't know what airport that is. Maybe a military airport. There's a couple of Army airfields around here. And obviously there's a big naval presence here at Norfolk. But I think that's an Army
proud to arrival. The LaGuardia altimeter
I
showing.
think Jamestown Airport. Yeah, that's JGG right there.
Yeah, I don't know if I read that.
Right off the James River. It's a great airport. Fly to on a nice sunny, calm day.
P2 Mach 0.70 or less. In the transition, it's going to be 250.
700 to go. James, if money was an object, if I could have any supercar. Oh, God. No. I don't even know. What about you? James, I don't even know.
That was a 341 contact Potomac approach.
You know, it might be an old school one.
Good night.
Is a Shelby Cobra considered a supercar? Because I've always wanted a like an actual, not a kit, but an actual like a Shelby Cobra.
We have airport in sight. We might.
I don't know if you consider that a supercar, but I think if money was no object, I'd get one of those.
Or you will have to give us a source.
All right, we're cleared down to 3,000.
United 1054. Yeah, it will be great if you're not turning on your own, but speed at your own so I can clip for the
Oh my gosh. VATSIM confusion. Let's go landing lights on.
Washington Center, good evening to you. United 689.
Just for
15,400, climbing up to 17,000.
November 35, Lima Golf, if you still on this frequency box, and is looking for you on 134.79.
See, it'll be a right turn on Golf, and then we'll head back to Signature, which is like right here in the southeast corner of the airport.
United current 689,
there's almost 3,000. And we will level off. Just use our out hold feature. Again, my autopilot actually does have this. It's kind of a hack in the JustFlight Arrow, but flying this like I fly the real Arrow. Increase the manifold pressure.
270, United 1440.
Up to 2235, the last assigned altitude is at Palamo 320. You descending about 2 Palamo.
Looking good. Fuel is nice and balanced. We don't need to switch tanks.
I thought he said 230.
A Ferrari 488, James, nice. Jared, are there no other planes visible? No, we've seen traffic. I mean, this is kind of like in real life. I mean, you don't see a lot of airplanes buzzing around. No, we've seen traffic. I don't see anything on ADSB. Because probably not a lot of GA traffic right around here, but no, we've definitely seen other aircraft. So I'll tell you what we're going to do when we land. I'm not going to shut down. I'm actually going to leave the engine running, because if I turn it off, MSFS does weird things when you're in VR. It resets everything. VR windows and stuff. So we're going to leave it running. I'm going to hit the Be Right Back screen. We're going to take a quick bio break. We're going to file ourselves out to Manassas, and then we'll do the return leg. If that sounds good with you guys.
For 45, descent and maintain fileable. Question is going to be 11,000. The Manassas South Suburban shell 3042.
3042, send maintain 1,000 by Bearfoot.
And whoever with the question, go ahead.
It's going to be Arrow 4131 Charlie. We're at 9,000, just 10 miles north of Norfolk Airport for IFR.
That's going to be a couple minutes for the VFR guy and the guy looking for IFR clears.
Actually, give me one second. Sorry about the weird view here.
The guy looking for the VFR clearance, where are you?
Oh boy.
What's the
Massive
guy looking for the
confusion.
IFR clearance?
Uh-oh. Start getting down here.
After 2235, turn right heading 060 way, full clearance course.
Right heading, I'm sorry, can you repeat that for Delta 2235?
060 and descend and maintain, 060 auto heading.
Turn right 060, Delta 2235.
Guy looking for the IFR clearance, what is your request?
Houston Center, hello, Delta 1019 checking in 17,000 feet.
hope he didn't forget about us here.
Roger, climb maintain file level 340.
340 for Delta 1019.
United 1440, just stop your climb and maintain file level 260.
Yeah, we're getting close to the airport, guys.
United 1440, stop your climb and maintain file level 260, please.
Stop the climb at 260, United 1440.
Western Center afternoon, Scuba 17, Scuba holding 19,000.
Speedbird 17, Whiskey, climb maintain.
Yeah, we're like 7 miles away from the airport. I missed a bunch of chat. We buttering the biscuits or what? Yes, CST. Yes, we are.
Sorry, say again.
That is the plan anyway. We'll see.
Am I like not? Climb maintain file level 350, expedite file level 210.
No problem, go no bunker rocket, flight level 35.
Downwind, descent in the downwind here.
Right heading 090.
Right, 090.
Well, there's the coast of
November 106, Victor Sierra.
still the Chesapeake Bay there.
405.
410,
6 with you at 10,000.
Washington Center Arrow 1202 Romeo. We're about 6 miles from Norfolk.
Cherokee 202 Romeo, trying to get back to you with too many aircraft on the frequency. Flight 230 vector 40 approach.
230 vectors. Hey, no worries for 1202 Romeo, man. Awesome.
Nope, that's a 2235 is kind of maintain file level 1.
Alright, 230 vectors for the approach. And we'll slow it down a little bit. I think it'll work out okay. I don't know. James, am I a tequila person? I'm not. I don't hate it, but no, not really. All right. Yeah, I didn't want him to think that I was being a jerk or anything. I just kind of gentle reminder. 230 vectors for our approach, and
Delta 202 with
tell you what,
17,000.
let's go ahead and slow down a little bit here too. We're going away from the airport. We don't need to be going like
270 normal speed, United 1446.
140 knots. Alright, so we're kind of abeam the airport right now. We do need to get down. Oh my goodness gracious.
Corey at 10, Delta 2235.
Not happy. Not happy.
United 239 radar service.
I mean, jeez, you guys hear that? Oh, James, yeah, I don't know. Crystal? Yeah, I don't know. I'm not
really far away. But
I like tequila, but I'm just not like an aficionado. I'm sure I would like it. You know what we need to do is turn off the lights a little bit. There we go.
Down to 17,000, American 1283.
Down to 202, I'll have higher for you momentarily. Just stay at 17. Or you know what, climb at maintain, follow with 250 for now.
250 is a 2.
Center, type 4131 Charlie, Ireland.
There's Norfolk.
Where are you?
Let's see, the Intercoastal Waterway. I'll give you guys a tour. Is like, well, you guess you can either go left or right there. I forget the Elizabeth River, I think that is. Anyway.
Yeah, try to contact the Potomac on 1.
What's going on with Garmin? I don't know, Zach. What are you talking about? Papa Fry, just got your honeycomb. Nice. Oh yeah, honeycomb's nice. Zach, what's going on with Garmin?
The guy at El City, let me know whenever you're ready.
I don't know. What is going on with Garmin? What are you talking about? The only thing going on with Garmin is they discontinued the current version of their, what is it, the 255, their Navcom. They discontinued it, and they're not shipping the new model yet, so I can't get a new Navcom. That's what's going on with Garmin.
Okay, Roger, runway 31.
Alright, so we're going to fly this, well, we should be flying at about 100 knots on the downwind, so it's actually, no, we're not on a technical downwind, but I'm going to fly at 90, 80, 70. I fly my Arrow at, now mine's in miles per hour, at 100 miles an hour downwind, 90 base, 80 final, and then slowing it down. So we'll go 90, 80, 70. we'll see how that works out. You know, we should also do, let's flip this, since we're on a heading. Oh, now my VR controller's gonna bone me. All right, 047. There's the final approach course, right about.
Give me 1 second on that. November, question Piper 02 Romeo, fly heading 10, question 080.
080, Piper 1202 Romeo.
American 2610, you on this frequency?
080. We're still very high. That's all right. We're not going to bother him. We'll figure it out. We can get down and slow down very quickly.
American 2610, you on this frequency?
Pull a little more power into the mixture. What do you guys think? I don't know. Fun? James, as far as beer is concerned, give you a Guinness.
1355
I'll pick a Guinness. What's my VY? In this airplane, I think it's about 90 knots. Actually, maybe it's a little... Hang on 1 second. In the real Arrow, VY is about, what is it, 95 miles an hour. It's probably like 90 knots, 80, 85 knots, something like that in this airplane. Again, this is in... We gotta get down.
2235 radar service terminated.
There's no way. I'm not gonna bother this guy, but there's really no way. Right? We're at 3,000 feet. I'm pulling power. Yeah, 95 miles an hour in the real Arrow.
United 2345, flight level 190.
This is a mess.
Delta 202, climb
oh, well.
maintain file level 310, that's going to be a final.
What are you going to do? Cool views of Norfolk, though.
DC Center American 2610, descending on the Anthem 3 arrival.
I'm not sure I've ever had this approach
Delta
into Norfolk.
202, climb maintain file level 310, that's going to be a final.
He'll probably give us a... He's going to have to spin us.
17 Whiskey, if you have it already, climb maintain file level 350.
AFM, hard to get me up to flight level 350, speed at 17 Whiskey.
Thanks.
Fuel still at...
Romeo, airport, airport 12 o'clock at about 5 mile a minute when you have it.
Airport's inside 1202 Romeo.
Piper 202 Romeo, roger, clear for the visual approach, runway 5, clear to land.
Clear visual 5, runway 5, clear to land, Piper 1202 Romeo. Alright, let's do it.
If I give you 1.6, would that be better since you can roll all the way to the end?
We can actually go gear down, so we're going gear down. This is not how you would normally do this. I'm going to give ourselves like a little bit of a base turn here, see if we can slow down and get down.
November 202 Romeo, if I give you 1.4, would that be better since you can roll all the way to the end?
That actually would be better for 1202 Romeo. I got to get it set up for it though. We'll take the clearance.
Okay, roger, clear for the visual approach, runway 14.
Clear visual 14, 1202 Romeo.
Viper 45, Cold Potomac approach 128.52, okay?
128.52, Viper 45.
I screwed this up. We gotta make some turns here, folks. Stand by. In real life, there's no chance I would have taken that, but we'll take it now.
United 1355.
Visual 14.
United 1345, flight level 190.
All right.
American 2610, descent via the Anthem 3 arrival, landing.
We gotta get down and slow down.
Showing 3042.
There we go.
American 2610, we're going to stay in a hold to Bubby.
Sorry, guys. Your Cherokee's 85 knots. Arrow is sweet. Oh, yeah, man. 90, 85 knots. Yeah, mine is in miles an hour.
Radar service terminated.
So, you gotta keep that in mind. Mine is in miles per hour, not knots. So, yeah. 90, I think it's 96 miles an hour. So, it's about bomb. So, yeah, 90 knots. 85 your VY is 85 miles an hour. Gotcha. Alright, we gotta get in flap extension speed here. Make sure full rich. Let's go fuel pump on. No gas.
American
Full
26,
tank,
just
undercarriage
exit the hole,
is
just
down,
put the
mixture
control,
full
we'll work that
ridge.
out. Don't worry about it.
Props, full forward,
Very
seatbelt
much.
switches, all look good.
Thank you.
Washington Center, United 2345, flight level 190.
And he's right, we can now roll it all the way to the end on 14. If I could see runway 14, I see it. I see the edge lighting. Edge up a little bit.
United
We're still very high. There we go. And we're in the white arc. First flaps, one tower, let's go down.
Jeffler 1946, Cole Boston 134.7, good night.
Now, he never cleared us to land on 14.
United 2345, climb and maintain flight level of 280.
He cleared us the approach, not cleared the land.
United 1347, climb and
I
maintain
feel like I'm
flight
going to
level
piss him off if I
280.
ask him if we're actually cleared to land.
United 1347.
There's the
climb and
runway,
maintain
we're still high. One tower, get down. Washington Center, Arrow 1202 Romeo, are we clear to land 14?
November 202 Romeo, runway 14, clear to land.
Clear to land 14, Arrow 1202 Romeo, thanks for helping me.
November 2 flight Foxtrot Lima, verify squawking 0521, runway
Alright,
31.
so 90 knots, 800 feet. A little low now. It's alright, we can trade airspeed for altitude. This is actually harder in the sim,
Okay, you can contact 1985.
is my excuse.
Washington, good evening. Welcome to Living Away, flight number 330.
We're going to get a little bit of a crosswind from the right.
Stepping on each other, please.
Going on final here.
American 2610, Cole Potomac 19.
Alright, yeah, let's get this butter. James, Babasso, exactly, everybody. Can't chat. Farmer Tech, what's up, man?
1985, good night. 1985,
Next flaps.
Southwest 2673.
There's the balloon. That's a little exaggerated. Oh, the sun reflecting off that whiskey compass. Love it.
United 1347, climb a
That's what I say we fly at 90, 80, 70.
280.
Alright, we're doing alright.
Washington 7, flight
Low.
420, checking in, flight level 280.
Very low.
Walker 1108, Washington Center, roger.
Gear down 3 green. So now I do red, blue, green, mixture props, landing gear, all good.
561 Romeo Bravo, Washington Center, roger.
Get some trim. Now here's where this airplane just kills me. The way it handles on short final is questionable.
Level 340, stuff 410.
Walker 1108, cross load, at APM 1414.
We're very fast.
Washington, altimeter showing 3042.
Whoa. What are we doing? Guys, this is... It's like a rodeo. There's no way that the wind is doing... In real life, there's no way the wind is going to do this to you. There's no chance. I mean, I'm running out of rudder authority.
Roger. Well, you can proceed, of course.
You guys are seeing this, right?
What is your aircraft type and equipment stuff?
This is insane. This is stupid. Alright, that is so unrealistic. I mean,
1493 Heavy Washington,
we're gonna... This is not good. This is not even remotely accurate in any sense of the word. Power's out. And a stutter. Crashed. That's... I mean, that is... Sorry, guys. I bitched all the way down short final, but that was the most unrealistic... the most unrealistic landing I think I've ever experienced, even in this aircraft. Like, that is just terrible. Alright, well, exit to the right here eventually. I have like full right rudder in, by the way.
420, by like 420 Washington Center.
I have no idea what this airplane is doing.
The Washington altimeter showing 3.
This is where the JustFlight Arrow really irritates me.
420.
I mean,
November 106 Victor Bravo, call Boston 134.7, good night.
whatever. We'll check the landing rate just for the hell of it, but that was...
Yeah, November 106 Victor Sierra, call
that was terrible.
Boston 134.7, good night.
134.7, 6 Victor Sierra, have a good night.
Speedbird 17 Whiskey, call Boston 134.7, good night.
Alright, we'll park it over here. Signature. Yeesh.
That was a 202, just waiting on a handoff, but you can maintain, if you want, you can climb a maintain follow up 33.
We didn't even bother asking for a taxi clearance. We're just gonna park it here in the middle of the ramp and we'll...
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, wow is right. I saved a lot. I don't know.
Washington, I'm sorry,
we'll see.
119.85, good.
Alright, mixture should be leaned. Landing light
Was that
off.
1347?
Fuel pump can come off.
37, Delta 37, call Potomac 1985.
And we're just gonna park it like right here in the middle of the ramp.
That's 202, Piper 202 Romeo, you can taxi Alpha to the ramp, good night.
Alpha ramp, 1202 Romeo. We'll call you back for our clearance. Appreciate your help. Good night.
Yep, pretty busy.
Yep, no worries. Cool. All right. I guess we'll set the parking brake. I don't usually do this in real life. Yeah.
Who was that?
That was pretty bad. Zach, sorry. What's the white arc? White arc, I think, is like 100 and what? Maybe 5 knots. We'll see. Yeah, that was really bad, guys. James Owls. Oh my god, it's my butter ratio in real life. Most of them. I'm not lying. That's
pretty unreadable.
Arrow's a pretty easy one to land. 100. See, 100. I don't know what my landing rate is in real life, but that seems like I should be getting these in at like 60 or 70 feet per minute. Like in real life, the Arrow lands like a dream. That was pathetic. 145 feet per minute. But given whatever that was, short final. I mean, I'll take it, I guess. Cool. Give me a few minutes. I want to get this next flight in because I actually do want to try to get back to Manassas, and we do have. Do we have time? Well, we'll try it. We'll go for it. But give me a minute. I got to take a bio break, and we will get the return flight going. I'm not going to shut it down. What I will do is put more gas in it this way, though. Let's go here. We'll just fill it up. Not that we really need it. And I will be right back. So, yeah, give me a minute. Put the be right back screen up.
American 132, Washington, Roger, climb a maintain, follow up 370, that's going to be your final.
Fine, 370 is the final, American 132. And can I step wait for like 6 minutes?
Approved.
Washington Center, Spirit 2806 requesting a step away, like 3 minutes.
Approved.
Washington 229, 4th 18, 7 for 19.
Hey, the Southwest just call, where are you? Southwest 1279, what was the request?
We're looking for a higher anything above the
Southwest 1279, Roger, climb and maintain, follow up 300. I might have missed you, but what altitude would you like? Only even altitude, so 300 or 320 or 34, what would you, or 28? Okay, Roger, climb and maintain, follow up 320, sorry about the inconvenience, I follow up 180. American 1283, radar service terminated, frequency change approved, good night.
American 1283, have a good night.
American 1423, cross Waterloo, Alpha Tango Romeo at a maintain, final of 180.
Cross Waterloo at 180, American 1423.
UPS 1060. American Allegiant 394, Washington.
Marcus.
Yeah, Legion 394, Washington. I didn't believe you check in, but climb and maintain follow up 380.
Yeah, we checked in. That's climb 380, Legion 394.
Not bad.
Course of entry, Starfleet 1, top of descent.
Starfleet 1, roger. Descent via the Cavalier 4, landing South Washington, altimeter showing 3042.
Alright.
Sorry
about that, guys. Just had to compose myself after that horrible landing. Brutal. Anyway, alright, let's... What do we need to do? So going back to Manassas. So, let me find my iPad. Let's go ahead and file ourselves back to Manassas. We'll do the return flight. I don't know if we're going to get there within time for the event. We're going KORF to Manassas. Yeah, I can't see my iPad. Hold on. Give me a second here. All right.
Washington Center, Spirit 2806.
Spirit Wing 2826, go ahead.
Let's go.
Yeah, we just want to let you know that we're back from the little.
Roger.
VATSIM.
November 1011 forward airship is terminated, frequency change through.
Please change through 10114.
We'll go back at, let's see, 6,000 feet, I think. And file flight plan. Cool. All right. Filed back to Manassas. I don't know. It may take a minute to get our clearance, though. You guys want to do the return flight? Why not, right? Let's do it. Let's
Walker
go here.
1108, call Potomac 19, sorry, 126.1, good night.
KORF to HEF.
2610, Walker 1108, good night.
Oops, gotta reload this. So it's easier going back. There is a star, but it's a pretty basic star. It's like basically just follow the fixes, not the altitudes.
Good evening, Walker 1108.
Cool.
Level 227, and we're
So it's direct to HOUKY, HOUKY. We're going to HEF. We filed 6. Cool. Washington Center, it's Arrow 1202 Romeo again on the ramp signature at Norfolk. Clearance to Manassas whenever you get a chance. I know you're busy.
Hey, Roger. Walker 1108, where are you again?
Cool. Let's get the weather while we're at it. Actually, while we wait, refresh the Navigraph charts. Lights.
Walker
Unload.
1108, try to get you off earlier, contact Potomac on 126.1.
I'm gonna watch the stream back. That mess on final, I don't know what that was. I mean,
Walker 1108.
If anything, there should have been a crosswind from the right, and I had like full left rudder in. I don't know. That was weird. Cool. That's that. So yeah, 143 feet per minute on the landing rate. I guess I'll take it. I don't know. That was a messy crosswind landing at best. By the way, we can... Sorry, was that for 1202 Romeo?
Yeah, Roger. I have your clearance to bus. Ready to copy.
Ready copy, 1202 Romeo.
Number 1202 Romeo, cleared to the Manassas Airport as foul, and squawk 4755. You can take runway 34 if you would like.
Okay, clear Manassas as filed, squawking 4755, and yeah, we can take runway 35. That's fine, 1202 Romeo.
Number 1202 Romeo, Roger, runway 34, taxi via Alpha, that's ready.
Okay, 34 rather, via Alpha. We'll let you know we're ready to go. 1202 Romeo, thank you. Cool. All right, 4755. Let's get out of here.
Give you contact Potomac 126.1, please.
good. That's good. We got to get our flight plan in here real quick. Usually you wouldn't rush things like this, but
ready to go here, 5 right,
just want to get back up in the air, to be honest. So,
One second. Pilot Club 1496, Cold Potomac on
nearest Norfolk.
It's going to be
Back to
128.5,
Manassas.
2852, so Pilot Club 1496. Have a good one.
Let's see. Insert after. It's going to be. Let's just go back to our flight plan.
Washington Center, Southwest 2673.
John Deere guy, flight engineer on board. Nice. We need a flight engineer on this Piper Arrow.
Southwest 2673,
HOUKY.
Roger. Descend via the Olden 3 arrival, runway 5 left or 5 right. Just let me know which one you want. The Washington.
And then from there, it's to THHMP, and then that's going to be onto the Tristan 3.
Okay, we'd like 5 left.
What
we're
is
gonna
that? There's a bunch of letters. THHMP.
Southwest 2673.
Okay, Roger. You can plan on that.
And then
moves on the ground,
from
5
there.
right.
Southwest 681.
Oops.
Southwest 681, Roger, on departure, fly heading
27, procedure. It's going to be the Tristan 3.
Southwest for takeoff, fly heading 300, Southwest
Load it.
681.
JetBlue 1069, radar service terminated, frequency change approved, good night. Flight way, we'll see you at JetBlue 1069.
Cool. We are ready to go.
Sarah, Envoy 2254,
we can use 3.
Envoy
2, rather.
2254, Washington, Roger.
I said 3.5, he said 3.4, and apparently it's 3.2.
330,
So
Envoy 22.
there you go.
Twilight 420, contact Potomac approach 126.
All right, let's just reset our trim.
185, descend of 1810, 10,000.
Now let's get out of here.
Down to 10,000, over to
We'll leave the time set to nighttime, right? Nice little evening flight in the Arrow, why not?
Boston Center, Delta 202, just got a handoff from Boston Center. Can we go over there?
Yeah, it's like my
202 ship you
flight controls are all screwed up. There we go.
Southwest 13-1279, contact Atlanta 132.97.
And he gave us a taxi clearance and said let him know when we are ready to go. All right, let's see if we can get back to Manassas when all that ATC is online.
That's a 410, contact Atlanta 13.
Don't use this for real-world flight procedures, please.
22.97 for Delta 410, have a good one.
Pilot Club 1496, if you have a switch 128.52, good night.
Let's get our landing light on. It's
American 657, cross Hawk, try to maintain flight level 180.
Hawk 180, 657.
He's going to call it 3-4, so we're just going to say ready to go.
United 1347, descent via the tackle 2 arrival. 5 left or 5 right transition, just let me know. The Washington altimeter showing 3033.
Alright, descend via the tackle 2. We're going to be looking for 5 right for the yard nav if possible. United 1347.
Washington Center Arrow 1202 Romeo at Norfolk, holding short runway 32, ready to go.
Piper 202 Romeo, Roger, runway 32, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff 32 Arrow 1202 Romeo.
Upper 681,
all right, lights, camera, action.
340, you can left turn direct shepherd, resume the departure.
Should reset the timer.
Time up to flight level 340, left turn direct shepherd.
Toga's in chat.
Between the departure,
let's go back home. Nice little evening flight back home. There's 3-2. Again, in the real Arrow, it's about 64 miles an hour, so I don't know, call it 60 knots. Take it on the roll. Smooth application of power. I don't even know what the winds are doing here. T's and P's are in the green. Whoa, that is not right. Left rudder, lots of left rudder. Holy cow, what is going on here? Maybe my controls are messed up. There's back on center line, and auto rotate. Sure, why not? Oh my god. Now, this isn't right.
Waterloo down to 14 down.
You're up.
1423.
Something's not right with either the sim or this airplane, but man, that is not how that works in real life, folks. God bless.
110,000 landing south is rated 426.
Alright, I'm not sure we're going to fly the Arrow very much anymore.
November 516 Romeo Bravo, Clark Bridge, and maintain 14,000. The Washington altimeter showing 3042.
With ready to descend 14,000, altimeter 3042.
We're just going to get right on our course here. He didn't say fly runway heading or anything, so yeah, we're pitching for what, about 100 knots in the climb. Should probably be like 90, but it's fine.
Envoy 2254.
Bye bye, Norfolk.
Flight to amend the final altitude, flight level 290.
Okay, Roger, you can climb at maintain flight level 290, I'll show you your final.
Appreciate that, flight level 290, Envoy 2254.
Alright, just going to heading hold here. Look at the vertical speed. What is going on here? I had the trim set exactly where it needs to be, and this thing is just all over the place with pitch. There, hold that. Alright, hold the prop back. We never had our fuel pump on.
Southwest 681, call Atlanta 1.
Leave the landing light on.
Good night.
Let's go to nav mode.
How be nice? Southwest 681.
Goodness gracious.
November, Quatric Piper 202 Romeo, radar contact, climate maintain 6,000. Direct to thumb, joiner to Tristan 3 arrival.
I maintain 6,000, direct thump to join the Tristan 3, Arrow 1202 Romeo.
American 657, radar service terminated, frequency change approved.
Direct 6,000, direct to thump. It's a nice shortcut. Come on. Join the Tristan 3. God. There we go. Whew. Yikes. John Deere, do you need to be flight engineer? Yeah, fix my trim and whatever's happening with the wind. How's that? Can you do that for me? Because that was brutal. Just pulling the prop back here at 2,500 RPM. Lean this out a little bit. Ooh, that's nice though. That makes it all worthwhile. Hey, we just passed that airport.
No.
I mean, I had the trim set, and this thing, I don't know, whatever. It's always something.
Okay, down to 3,000 fast.
So that over there is the, I think it's the Chesapeake Bay Bridge Tunnel that goes off to the,
and do not
what is that called? That's like Cape Charles, and then Chincoteague is up further to the north. Yeah, that's a bridge tunnel kind of complex there. Let ships go through that channel there where the tunnel goes under.
GPS cool. 2381 Washington, Roger.
Well, it looks nice at night at least.
14,000. The Washington altimeter.
Anyway, how was the wind? Not that bad. It was. Oh, you know what? It was kind of gusty, wasn't it?
Yeah, lurch at 14, please. It's on the high pressure.
Maybe that's what we hit. It was 060.
Yeah, sorry, kind of busy.
Yeah, 13 gusting 21. Maybe that's what got us. I don't know, but that was not normal.
No worries. Oh, yeah.
Like the way that airplane responded to even 13 knot gusts. I don't know. That's not right. 21 knot gusts. Okay. Still, no.
PC Center, Eagle Flight 281, flight level 320.
Anyway, yeah, everything was. Maybe it was the way the airplane reacted to MSFS's wind. I don't know. The real airplane doesn't fly like that, I can tell you that, even in gusty crosswinds. It's not as abrupt.
American 1423, call Potomac
As that.
119.85, good night.
Stupid autopilot.
1423, yeah.
There we go.
Washington Center, Air Force One with you, holding level 0.
Washington Center, Spirit Base 551, that's 350.
Alright, 1,000 to go.
fairway, spot 51 Washington Center, Roger.
I told you guys in the comments too, like, of all the flights, like, this one would get messed up. But, all
Air
good.
Force 1 Washington, Roger, cover BT, follow 400.
We saved it.
9400, Air Force 1.
Trim should be set just aft of neutral. So you can see this little wheel, trim wheel, and then the end is in the middle. That little white line should be just aft of, just to the back of neutral, which is where it was. Got to pitch down a little bit here. Our airspeed's bleeding off, and actually we're 200 to go here. 6,000.
Southwest 2673, you can clear it to east.
Hopefully the flight back shouldn't take too long. We only have 4 knots off the nose, so we'll let this level off here at 6. And we'll go ahead and go into altitude hold mode. So the real Arrow has a nice feature on its autopilot where you can pre-select the altitude and it will level off for you. 6,000. Alright, manifold pressure is already set at 24 inches. We'll pull the prop back to 2,400.
Clear the RNAV approach United 1347.
And we'll go ahead and lean this out a little more.
For arrival runway. You know what? Let's
That's pretty good right there.
South transition the Washington altimeter shows 3043.
All right. But yeah, it's a, I don't know if you guys can see it in VR, but like right on takeoff, it's set just to the aft back of the end there. We'll leave the landing light on. It's an LED. Don't worry about burning it out. No.
Jared, Piper 202 Romeo, gonna get you a deal for now.
I love a deal. 1202 Romeo.
When able, correct to bearing, that should be on the arrival, and then after bearing, you can expect back to off of that. So correct to bearing.
Direct Baron, 1202 Romeo. Appreciate it. All right, I know where that is all day long.
Center American 2890.
So we'll go direct.
500 for 22,000.
American 2890 Washington Rising Club.
Actually, we'll just do this.
370. That's gonna be your
Flight
final.
plan.
They don't give you that I-2 TCA anyway.
Insert.
is final American 2890.
Is that on this arrival? It is
Washington
not.
American 106 Whiskey 1,500 for 100.
So we'll just go insert
American
for
132, call Boston 134.7 tonight.
Call Boston
B-A-R-I-N, Baron.
132 heavy.
American 106.
Then we'll go here.
Follow 360. This is Washington.
Direct Baron. Wait, it's a
360.
nice shortcut. That's a real nice shortcut.
DC Center, Eagle Flight 381, follow 320.
Eagle Flight 2.
I'm not sure. What is the wind? I don't know what the wind is at Manassas. Right now we got about a 4-knot headwind. Let's check the weather at Manassas. Oh, we should have done this beforehand, obviously. Raul, what's going on? Does it help people become a pilot when using VR? I mean, I don't use it for real-world training, but it can help for just familiarization. Like if you want to pop in VR into like if you're going to train in a 172, getting into VR in a decent Cessna 172 can help because you'll know where everything is. I mean, the airplane doesn't fly like it does in real life. None of them do, Raul. Not even the best. And the best, in my opinion, GA would be like the Comanche. The A-to-A Comanche. And even that one doesn't fly like a real airplane. None of them do. But for familiarization on systems and also procedures, like for IFR procedures, yeah, it can help. It doesn't hurt. Now, rule I always say is do what your CFI tells you to do. If he or she says it's okay to do it when you start your flight training, then by all means do it. But I wouldn't do anything your CFI doesn't want you to do. Now, personally, for me, when I bought the Arrow that we have, the real Arrow, I had purchased the V-Flight Arrow 3 for X-Plane, and that Arrow was set up almost exactly in terms of avionics like the real Arrow that I bought. So for me, it helped for familiarization. It didn't help me learn to fly an Arrow, but yeah. I mean, so yes and no, I guess. Weather, Manassas. Oh, wind is calm. Okay. Oh, we actually have ATIS. I'm not used to having ATIS.
370.
Okay. 16 left. Or 16 right. Okay. So Barron is a fix. It's to the east, just to the east of Manassas. So a lot of times what you'll do is, and I actually use Barron as a fix even for VFR flights coming back north, because it keeps you out of this little restricted patch here. This is Quantico Marine Corps base. So Barron is a really great fix, and from here you get on with tower and they just tell you to fly like a downwind for either 16 right or left. So I think that's what we're going to do here. This is actually pretty realistic. Nice.
Sorry, did I miss anybody else?
So we'll just fly it. It's going to be a visual approach. I mean, look at the ATIS. Winds are calm, 10 miles visibility or greater. It's clear. 3042s. This is visual all the way. I'm not even going to load an approach. I mean, I guess we can load the ILS 16. We'll just load it just so we have it, but I'm not going to use it. ILS 16 left. Although we're going to ask for the right side.
Traffic rolling now at 5 left from way 5 left.
So yeah, this is pretty good.
Southwest 2673, clear to land 5 left.
American 1882, Colpatomic 1985, good night.
Colpatomic 1985,
What a nice night to fly. Whew. Roll okay. Thanks. It's hard to tell if it's worth to buy it. You want to become a pilot? Honestly, I mean, if you want to, take training and become a pilot, it can't hurt to get a flight sim, because you're only going to fly, I don't know, a couple hours. I mean, if you're doing like integrated training, a couple hours a day, or if it's just something you're doing in your spare time, you're going to fly once a week. So having a flight sim, I mean, you can virtually fly in VR, whenever you want. So it absolutely can't hurt, and it'll kind of keep you in the flying mode. And I don't know. Yeah, I recommend it. If for nothing more than just to kind of keep you into aviation when you're not flying in real life. Let's take a look back here.
1785, 503,
nice view. It'd be nice to be a passenger right now in this plane. Maybe not on the landing though. Jeez. Hopefully the landing into Manassas will get a little bit better. That was terrible into Norfolk. Yeah, that's pretty realistic. That's really cool.
826 might be a little north of your space flight level 260. Come up on Del Ro.
USA 967 Washington Pilot Club 826 Washington, roger, I got.
Beautiful.
Number 561 Romeo Bravo, contact Stomach 12852 tonight.
Oh, that's a good shot.
128.52.
Look at that panel.
UPS 2381, contact Stomach 126.82, good night, and good rate. If you can keep the speed up, that would be great. You're going to overtake the TBM. UPS 2381.
The sim just looks really good. Anyway, yeah. Well, I hope y'all are enjoying this. I like it. I like these GA flights.
American 2849, radar contact, climb up
I think I like them better than, I don't know if I like them better than like airliner streams or not, or flights, but they're just different. It's more relaxed. To me, it's more realistic.
Climb 270 and direct floor on the arrival, 250.
American 1882.
It's still fun to get in the PMDG or the Phoenix and, you know, do some Part 121 flights, but I don't know.
DC, that's UPS 2301 Heavy. Confirm your frequency on the run.
UPS. The UPS is going to be on Barron.
Nice stars.
It's going to be 128525.
Oh, 285.
Night sky. Sun is already set.
Washington Center, US 967, good evening. Decided cross block.
I don't know if we're going to get ATC the whole way or not. We're kind of pushing it with the time. Checking my watch. It's real world time 9:20 Eastern. This event is set to end at 10, so we'll see if we can get in there. I think we can do it with that shortcut. I think we might do it. I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Tell your friends. But seriously, if you guys are enjoying this stuff, let me know in the comments. And don't forget to hit the like button and what else? Oh, subscribe. That's right. Real professional YouTube streamer here. That's pretty realistic. We got ourselves 2400 RPM and manifold pressure. So I've got the power all the way in, but we're not going to make any more.
02 Romeo, call Potomac 1985 tonight.
Potomac approach 1985. Call 02 Romeo. Hey, awesome job tonight, man. Good night.
At a 1347 runway 5 right, clear to land. Traffic. Let's go.
1985.
We'll be keeping.
That's Potomac approach. Potomac approach. Good evening. Arrow 1202 Romeo is 6,000 feet.
Arrow 1202 Romeo approach. Hello, the regiment is now 10-letter 3041.
3041 1202 Romeo. There we go.
And approach American 9153.
So that's how it works too. Like, you know, you guys are used to flying, you know, airliners in the sim. You know, when you get the handoffs center to center, they're not going to give you the altimeter setting every time. But flying low like this, now that was an approach controller, so you know, you're probably going to get the altimeter setting from those guys anyway. But like, even if you're, you know, center to center handoffs under 18,000 feet, you're going to get the altimeter setting to the, you know, nearest airport where they've got the where they have the altimeter setting as you get the handoffs. In fact, sometimes you'll get it you know, even more than once if you're on with a particular controller for a period of time. This is pretty cool. So let's see, we have here. This is what they call the middle neck. This is the upper neck, I guess. It's a fun airport right around, I think it's in here. A really short runway. I think it's Whiskey 75. It's called Hummel Field. It's a really fun one to fly into. Yeah, here it is, Whiskey 75. This is Hummel Field. It's got, well, they lengthened the runway. It used to be like 2,300 feet. So not like terribly short, but short enough to get your attention. And some really cool, like, it's a really nice restaurant that sits right here on, this is the Chesapeake Bay. I don't know what this little body of water is, but good seafood restaurant.
I think you're going the wrong direction. Turn right at 050.
I think this is Wakefield. They do a lot of parachute jumping out of this airport. You always hear them calling up saying, hey, you know, jumpers away, you know, stay away from, don't overfly, Wakefield, whatever. One of my favorite airports of all time that's local to fly into is Tangier, and it is, Or is it? It's a little. There it is. It's a tiny island in the middle of the Chesapeake Bay. I think we've done a couple of streams into Tangier. Right here. It's a really small little island. It's all just kind of like fishermen that live here. They have some awesome restaurants, and you can only get here by airplane or boat. So it's a pretty cool place to fly. My daughter and I have flown in there many times just for the heck of it. So yeah, a lot of fun places to fly around the Manassas, Virginia area. Anyway, I was told the snacks in the back. What? You took my Cliff Bar again? You took the Cliff Bar that was like right in here? Come on, man. Actually, that's not true. The Cliff Bar would be right where I'm sitting. So I keep my flight bag right here with like one of the outside pouches facing me. And I keep it full of snacks. And a water bottle that weighs like right here. You stole my... Man. I'm getting hungry too. IRL, I'm getting hungry. So, Owls, are you going to go for it? You got to get your private, man. You got a lot of great places to train in your area now. You should go for it. Fun. It was good. Ooh. So you ate my snack and then said that it was really good. Oh, man. It's a dagger. Roll. No, Quest 2. No, I still have the old Quest 2. The plan for a long time has been to upgrade the PC and then upgrade the headset, but I just haven't. I sound like a broken record. I haven't had time. It's not even the money at this point. Like I'm a year past the planned end of life of my PC. I've got money saved up for it. I could. It's just a matter of time. It's not even the time to build it. Like I can build a new PC in, I don't know. Like if I take my time, what, 3 hours? It's not that hard. But it's the time to get it all set back up again. When I think about it, and then I'm like, oh man, but it's gonna take like days to reinstall and configure everything. I just don't do it. I really do need to do it. And then yeah, so to answer your question, then yeah, the plan was after the PC upgrade, yeah, get a new headset, which would be the Quest 3. I'm kind of going to the leaning at the Quest 3 because one, I've heard good things about it, and two, like I've had the Quest 2 for a while and I'm happy with it. And before that, I had the Rift. Like 4 years ago, I had like the original Rift CV1. So I've been really happy with the, kind of Oculus / Meta line of products. But yeah, just then no time, man. Owls, trust. You got to get settled first. On your birthday next month? Heck yeah! Owls, if you. Hey man, if you you probably got a lot of good advice from other folks, but if you want recommendations on like places to go do it, let me know. I know a couple people, a couple CFIs that work for a couple of good schools. Again, this is all at Manassas. I don't know, depending on where you are, there might be somewhere closer. Like if you're closer to Leesburg. I used to know somebody at Leesburg. If you are closer to DC, there's Potomac Airfield, but Potomac is kind of a fun one to fly out of because it's under the FRZ. Not a huge deal. Smaller airports though. But yeah, go for it, man. Yeah, you got to do it. Roll is a 3 better than the 2. Yeah, it is. I think it's got better resolution, better lenses. I actually don't know exactly why it's better, but I guess it has to be better. I don't know. It's more expensive. It's newer. Must be better. Bombasso, you're setting up your Quest 2 on your laptop? You must have one hell of a laptop, man. Bombasso, you got a laptop that'll run it? That's awesome. Owls, yeah, 100%. 100%. I would love to. I would never push anything on you, but if you want recommendations or just kind of guidance on who to talk to. In my opinion, what the better schools are. Let me know. Let me know. I'm certainly not an expert, but I have been through it in the same area, and I know not like the entire DC flying community, but I know several people. Actually, my partner in the Arrow he's a double I. Gosh, he's a commercial double I MEI. Obviously, it's commercial. He's got his CFI, but he's a CF double I and an MEI. But he isn't really teaching, so I would love to recommend him. But he has a day job that keeps him busier than even I am. But yeah, it's kind of I don't know. There are three schools that I really like. There's American Aviation, and they're probably the biggest at Manassas. Aviation Adventures is pretty good. And actually, my first CFI from way back when, that flight school closed down just after I got my private, and she actually went. She was going to fly for a regional, and then she decided not to do that, and she was going to fly corporate. Long story short, didn't do that, and just went back to instructing at Aviation Adventures. I think she's still there, but American Aviation is the biggest. But the one I really like, he's called Piston 2, like the number 2 jet. And those guys are mostly ex-military pilots. And the one guy there that's really good, his call sign is Smash, and he was an F-18 pilot. He was a Marine pilot, flew F-18s. And I think he is a Top Gun graduate, but I'm not sure about that. Anyway, he's awesome. If you like kind of that style of instruction, I mean, it's hilarious, man. He's got a million stories. But there's a ton of great places at Manassas, if that's the closest one to you. Leesburg has a few too that are pretty good. I did my discovery flight at Leesburg. It's okay on your laptop. I can't imagine a laptop powerful enough to be able to power a Quest 2, man. Of course, I have like the world's oldest MacBook Pro, so I don't think my MacBook Pro would be able to run even like X-Plane 10, to be honest. How's that sick? Yeah, you got options, man, 100%. Farmer Tech, does that make him a private eye? No, private double I guess. I don't know, that's funny. No, my partner in the Arrows got way more hours than I do, and he's got, let's see, I think he even has his seaplane rating. He's got every rating and cert up to ATP, basically. And he's a great pilot. I mean, he is an amazing pilot. Bombasso, buddy, just passed his multi-com. Nice! That's awesome. Is he going, is he going to do anything with it? Like, is he going to be a career pilot? Yeah, happy and jealous, yeah. I don't know. I have, friends that have been advancing through the ratings, younger friends. I'm always happy. I don't know, a little bit jealous, but I don't know. For me, it's not in the cards. I'm happy with my instrument rating, and I'm not even on a medical anymore. I'm on just basic med. I just decided that I'm not doing it for a career, so I have no need to maintain a medical every class 3 is even 2 years, so because I'm old. Owls, yeah, you got a lot of options. Depends on your learning style, and then it's always a good idea to meet people, meet with a couple of CFIs, see which one you click with. take a few flights, you know, before you get too into going down one path. You know, make sure that you're linked up with the CFI that preferably you're going to finish with.
934 Tango Heavy, Contact Watch and Tower 100.1 tonight.
Alright, so that's Patuxent. Patuxent Naval Airfield, I believe. Right? Prove me wrong. Yes, Patuxent River Naval Air Station. Almost to beam that. We're getting pretty close. That was a really good shortcut, by the way. I just hope we don't get blown all over the place on final. I'd like to get a decent landing in here. Did we reset the landing rate? We did. So we got 143 feet per minute. That's meh. I mean, that's really meh. I should be getting a heck of a lot lower than that. A lot smoother. So we got hotel. Still using the 1-6 as landing south. Cool.
I think it's I would extend over flight to Washington Airport. Sure, tough.
This is pretty accurate to what it looks like, to be honest. Again, I keep saying that on this flight. But MSFS got this right.
Roger, you can overfly the Washington Airport and maintain the SR at 4,500. Okay, overfly the Reagan Airport at 4,500.
Chesapeake Bay is to the east, off to our right. I forget what river that is. It might be the James. No, the James River is to our south. I don't know what. Oh, Tappahannock. I think that's the Tappahannock River. And there's a Tappahannock Airport too. Here. Beautiful. I like these GA flights, especially in the just the piston singles. Super chill. Got to get back in that Lear though. The Lear has taken like 3 updates since the last time we flew. And there's nothing like flying at night either. Oh my gosh, it's so peaceful. Actually, it's really bright.
Approach bearing 5-1 descent 2004.
That's better. Nice and cozy. Put you to sleep. Oh, we gotta switch tanks. Holy cow. Look at that. 30 minutes on the clock. Alright, fuel pump on. Fuel pressure looks good. Fuel flow looks good. Left tank. Fuel flow is still good. This is the fuel flow. This gauge is completely inaccurate, so I'm not even using it. I leaned generally where I would put the mixture lever in real life. And fuel pressure is good. Fuel Let me see. 43. And we'll leave it where it is. Anyway. John Deere guy. Flight engineer's back. Okay. Make sure everything is looking good before we get into our descent, please. Speaking of descent, so I don't actually have a top of descent mark on here. We're at 6,000. Pattern altitude at Manassas is 1,200 feet, so just call it 1,000. So we've got 6,000 feet where we're at. We're going to lose 5,000 to get down to 1. So call it about 20 miles outside of Manassas. We'll want to start our descent if they don't remind us. Now we could be a little more precise with that and say we need to lose 5,000 feet. In our vertical speed, we want to shoot for 500 feet a minute. So to lose 5,000 feet, it's going to take 10 minutes. In 10 minutes, we're going to go. We're at 130 knots. Hang on, what's our ground speed? 134 knots. I'm going to round it down. 2 miles a minute. So in 10 minutes, we're going to go 20 call it 3 miles. Or we could just use the rule of, well, it's more like the rule of 5 in a small aircraft. Where you take the altitude that you want to lose and multiply it by 5. So 25 miles from our destination. Probably want to starting down. In an airliner, it's usually the rule of 3. I use the rule of 5 just because we go a lot slower. Now we do descend slower too, but rule of 5 tends to work out. Get down to pattern altitude a few miles ahead of when you should get down there. It's fine, and you can adjust on the way. Why isn't my controller working? So Manassas Airport is 190 miles away. Oh, that's messed up. Hold on. We gotta delete a bunch of waypoints here. Let's go. Because we got direct barons. Let's get rid of some of these waypoints. Actually, we could just get rid of this whole. Remove the arrival. There we go.
432, I should clear the Norfolk Airport, get direct cancel at direct, climbing 10-8 departure district, and squad 4753.
Anyway. Kristen, oh, you're okay. Have a good night. Have a good night. Good to see you on stream as usual. Hopefully see you soon on a next one. Hope you enjoyed this one. I know it was a little slower than some of the other streams, but I don't know, kind of a chill GA flight. Anyway, Kristen, have a good night.
2640, turn right, I think 36, report a ribbon site.
260, further in sight, 2640, or will report.
Venus 35, you have the Andrews Airport inside, 1.5 miles. Affirmative.
So that's DCA traffic.
You can enter a right base, always 19 right, not that high. Right base, 19 right, if we can do an S-turn, we'll be fine.
Huh.
Good evening, Potomac approach, legend.
Guess they're using 19.
Also with you at flight level 204 on the Gibbs 4.
Thought they'd be using 01. Winds are calm. I don't know. Maybe the winds are different at National.
Roger, the Dulles altimeter is 3041.
Oh, that's Dulles. Okay.
Altimeter 3041, Gibbs arrival 232 Lift Delta.
You can see traffic out there in the distance.
And Potomac Sam 1443 is ready for taxi.
Sam 1443, almost the no Charlie, only 19 right, taxi the Whiskey November.
Okay,
yeah, that's Dulles right there.
Welcome out to Sam 1443 heavy.
Pax River is... Should be just off to the east. See it. Oops.
Delta 950 climb maintain level.
Oh, it's over there.
Climb maintain 210 Delta 950.
Tucson River, and it's a naval air station. They do like practice maneuvers over the bay a lot. There's a whole bunch of restricted airspace over the Chesapeake Bay. You can see all this blue. Now, a lot of times when I fly on the weekends, all this is cold, so you can fly right through it. If you got to get cleared through it. But if you fly during the week, it's hot.
Potomac approach, Forge 21, checking in 5,000, let's request.
Forge 21, Potomac approach, Roger, watch out.
Traffic, just saw traffic, 12 o'clock, I don't see any targets.
Forge 3, if able, request direct to Slope, Sierra, Lima, Oscar, Alpha, Fox.
That's Forge 21, Roger, got your Slope, you have approach request in Martin State.
Approach request is VOR 215.
Ooh.
Yeah, Forge 21, Roger, if you proceed our slope, cross slope at above 2 down on 630, VOR lane 15, approach Martin State.
Direct slope, cross slope at above 2,600, cleared VOR 15, Forge 21.
American 9153, will be short runway 15 right at top, ready.
There's traffic.
American 9153, wind 1105, runway 10, correction 15 right, so takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, is that runway heading for American 9153?
American 9153, this should tell you heading, this should be wrong heading.
Say that again for American 191.
Why the Sid, dude?
American 9153, just fly wrong heading.
He's like, alright, screw it. Fly away.
About that, the chart that you're saying all other runways fine.
Oh my gosh.
2640, kind of tower 100.1 tonight. Delta 330, just maintain 3000, turn 11.
I'm hoping we get there in time and all this ATC is still online. It'd be cool to get tower and ground. Actually, we can put...
Towing departure 12 back with you on the Suki 5 departure.
420 for departure to contact.
Tower frequency in the standby, and what I would normally do over here is have the ATIS. Actually, that's right. 125175 is the ATIS, and then I put 121.8, which is ground here, so you can monitor the ATIS.
Notice to air mission. Re-tank all short instruction. Operate mode Charlie on all runways and taxiways.
So you can monitor this while you're still talking.
Direction of flight and aircraft type. Command error and moving. Advise on initial contact. You have information for Tel.
Still at So you keep your ground frequencies on COM 2. That's what I do anyway, and then your airborne frequencies in your COM 1. So you can monitor ATIS and then really easily switch over to ground. So once I get the ATIS, I'd flip ground into the primary, and then once you land, when they tell you to monitor or contact ground, you don't need to tune it in, you just flip over to COM 2, transmit and receive. Workload reducer. Farmer you're calling it. Alright, have a good night. Alright, man, good to see you, man. I gotta get back to you in Discord too. I'm sorry about your flight plans. I apologize, man. I gotta do that. I'll do it tomorrow morning. Sorry. Anyway, have a good night, man. Good to see you. Thanks for the support. You and Bombasso too, man. Thank you guys for your continued unwavering support of the channel as members, despite my lack of delivery on any membership promises. You guys are awesome. But yeah, Farmer Tech, seriously, it's just, I don't know. I'm sick of making up excuses because of time, but that's what it is. But yeah, man, let me take a look tomorrow.
American 9153, no problem. Climbing 10 14,000, 14,000.
14,000.
Alright, we're getting close. 25 miles to Barron, and Manassas is not too far past that, so. So we're going to want to start down soonish. I like this fuel burn though. Jeez, we only burn like 5 gallons. If it's an hour flight, you know, I expect to burn about 10 gallons, maybe 10 or 11 if it's a, you know, taxiing and holding and stuff like that, or, you know, holding on the ground for takeoff clearance, 10 or 11 gallons.
Roger, Harsher, going to contact Harsher.
Can you repeat that for 1776?
American 1776, we're to contact higher shortly.
1776, very patriotic. American 1776. I'm picking that up. I like it. So that's the lights of DC.
420, kind of Washington Center.
Directly to the north there, north by northeast. It's all DC lights there. Manassas, a little too far away to see right now, but we're getting close.
MF 1443, wind 7907, 19 right, but for takeoff.
For takeoff, stand 1443 heavy. Departure, DC is at 950. Do you call it me?
Time's always an issue for you too. Yeah, I hear you, man. I hear you. Yep.
Negative, but where are you?
It's funny though, it seemed like it didn't used to be an issue. Like, I don't know.
Stomach approach Delta 245, good evening, passenger flight level 19.
I keep telling myself that stuff at work is going to kind of calm down a little bit. I don't want to get all into it, but we have several really big initiatives that are firing up right now, and they all touch in kind of my group's area, and way too much attention is required right now. Not at night. It's like the time during the day that I used to, plan the flight, get the screenshots for the thumbnails, just get all the YouTube stuff set up, do a quick, test, not even a full flight, but do a quick test to make sure that the screen is going to work and all that crap. Each one of the streams takes, I don't know, probably an hour's worth of prep, and I'm not complaining about it or whining or bitching or anything to you guys for any other reason. Just to say that if I don't have that extra kind of hour-ish, maybe 45 minutes during the day to do it, I just don't feel comfortable.
128.52.
If I don't have time to do the appropriate prep, I don't feel comfortable firing up a half-baked stream that might fail or that isn't going to go technically according to plan. So anyway, I just have to get my daytime hours back, my flight sim time, but it'll come. I don't know. My job tends to go in ebbs and flows, really busy and then really slow, which is fine. Like, it's not the kind of organization that if things are a little bit slow, they're gonna cut an entire organization out. It's like they understand it. But we're kind of in the high time right now. Anyway, Farmer Tick. Potomac approach on 2852, Arrow 1202 Romeo. Good night. 2852. 2852. We'll call him up at the hotel.
American 9153, Connor Washington Center 133.7.
Is it still hotel? Farmer Tick, you said that about 4 years ago and you're still waiting. Oh no. Well, mine definitely is cyclical. It seems a little more in the upcycle right now. Now, yeah, flight sim time. Exactly. I need a code for that for our team on our time tracking system. VR Sim Pilot, you recorded 40 hours to code 123 flight sim time.
Flattening south.
Do you have anything to say about that? Potomac approach, good evening. Arrow 1202 Romeo, 6,000 feet with a hotel, and we're on the west ramp at Manassas.
All right, on November 1202 Romeo, Potomac approach. Information at Manassas' hotel, you can expect visual approach runway 16 right.
Okay, we got hotel, we'll expect visual 16 right for 1202 Romeo. Cool. But yeah, how's exactly? I'm going to contact our finance department and see if I can get a new time code entry specific to me for flight sim time. Yeah, we'll see how that goes. All right, Al, so if you do your flight training at Manassas, oh, here's a target, 2,600 feet below us. Do we have them in sight? Oh, I think I see them. No, maybe not. I see traffic up there, but it's 2,600 feet above us. A certain altitude above us. Anyway, yeah, this is all restricted right here. This is Quantico.
1635 contact, Manassas Tower 133.1.
And usually what happens is tower back in here. I didn't think we could hand it off again. That's pretty cool. Yeah, we'll just get put on a left downwind for the left side. So usually At this altitude, they'd probably start descending me right now because there is. So this is Quantico Airfield, and that is
Washington Douglas approach.
Class Delta. Usually, I want to try to just scrape the top of the Class Delta. Like, I think it's at 2,500 feet. I'm usually about 3,000 feet over top of Quantico. And then continuing the descent into Manassas, which I have in sight now, by the way. So that's, you guys see that? The parallel runways, 3-4 rights on the right side, obviously.
We have
3-4 left
is
on the left. So right now we would probably be getting descended. So we'll fly this like, hopefully just a straight up visual. We'll fly a left downwind and then cut across the final approach course for 1-6 left, as they do in real life, not dangerously. I mean, they don't cut you in front of traffic, but they'll still put you on a left downwind, even if it's for the right side, 1-6 right. And then we'll just exit off wherever possible and yeah, taxi back to the hangar on Alpha. Easy day. You'll support that time code, nice. I'll propose it. We'll see what happens. Babasso, you finally tried the Comanche? Oh, it's amazing. What he said after your hard landing, you had a hard landing in the Comanche. That surprises me, man. That Comanche land, I mean, that thing is the most accurate piston single that I've ever flown in any sim. I mean, it flies like a
November.
Hang on, sus.
232 Lima Delta.
Anyway, Bombasso, man, that 8-8 Comanche flies truer than any single engine piston that I've ever flown. And it's really, it's a 250 horsepower Arrow is what it is, and it's really good.
Yes, November 232.
Yeah, we got to get down. We're super high right here. I would be calling ATC and saying, why am I at 6,000 feet? If I see the airport and it looks that small from right here, I'm calling them. Topic approach, Arrow, 1202 Romeo, Manassas in sight. This is a real call that I would make, by the way. I'm not sure how this goes on VATSIM, but when I get the airport in sight, I do call the pro.
November 1202 Romeo. Fortunately, we're landing to the south there, so I got to bring you back around for 1-6.
Oh yeah, no worries, understandable. I'm just letting you know airport's in sight, 1202 Romeo. Yep, I get it. I probably shouldn't have called them up, but just for you guys, that's kind of the way we do it in real life. When I have the airport in sight, I'll call them, because a lot of times when you say airport in sight, they'll just say, contact the Manassas Tower on 133.1, and then you call them up and basically tower will take you from there.
Good evening, Walker 1108, 3000 direct to Willie.
Walker 1108, radar contact. Let's see.
So I'm going to go heading mode.
Direct Willie, Walker 1108, medically step away for just a minute or less.
Walker 1108. Yep, that's approved.
So we'll just fly this in heading mode right now.
Yeah, we'll be right back.
Barron's pretty much the last fix that we were cleared to.
You can fly 281 cleared at visual approach runway 16 left, contact Manassas Tower 133.1.
133.1 clear for the visual 16 left, you go flight 281.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen Manassas look this small, this close. But no knock on VATSIM. I mean, they're just not. This is not an airport they usually, staff up. So it's very, very close to real-world procedures. But at this point, I'd be on a left downwind for one of the 1-6s.
Lima Delta, turn
so that's Dulles out there to the north. It's 3 parallel runways. That is very visible at night. It's kind of cool. National. Way over there. Actually, a lot of traffic off to the east.
232 Lima Delta. Thank you.
Bombasso, yeah, that Comanche it's amazing. Honestly, it's really good. In fact, I almost took that tonight, but I figured, out of Manassas, home airport, gotta fly the home airplane. And after that debacle in Norfolk, I kind of wish we had the Comanche, just because of the flight model. It's so good. It's so spot on. It is so good. I'm gonna slow it down. I mean, there's no, well, am I? I'm gonna slow down. Fuel's good, so we're on the left tank, and that's balancing it out nicely. We're a little more empty on the right, but it's fine. Man, this looks so real. Oh my god.
November 232 Lima Delta, turn right heading 170.
Yeah, in fact, at this altitude, we would be in the way of,
we'll report when filled inside 232 Lima Delta.
well, it depends on how they're landing and where they're coming from, but we would be in the way of traffic going into National and potentially Dulles, so probably not Dulles, but actually more National at this altitude.
Request lower.
Alright, Walker 1108 contact Potomac departure on 119.5.
But we would definitely be busting, well, we're on IFR, you know, we're flying IFR, so we're not busting anything, but this is well inside the Bravo right now. Kind of that middle tier of the wedding cake of the Dulles Bravo.
215.
Maybe the National Bravo.
3000.
Owls, okay, let's see. Yeah, I do. She is, maybe guess my age. Actually, you probably won't, because you don't know at what age my wife and I had our child. She's 14. I haven't mentioned that before on stream.
November 1202 Romeo, descend and maintain 3000.
3,000, 1202 Romeo. 3,000 feet. All right, so we're going to pull that, and we're going to use our little vertical speed cheat. But again, in real life, I do have vertical speed on my True Track Vision autopilot. So we'll pull this back. Actually, I'm going to go like 17 inches.
November 2 Lima Delta,
enriching the mixture a little bit, and 500 feet per minute. Not bad.
Tower 127.
There goes my airport.
127.
Come back.
1275, and thanks for ATC 232 Lima Delta.
Let's do this. Let's go here. Let's go back. So we're going to be visual. We'll go procedure, approach.
Alright, November 1202 Romeo, closing up on this side of Potomac, frequency change to advisory is approved. You can contact Tower actually on 133.1 to see if he's staying on and can get you in town.
Okay, over to Tower then, 33-1 for 1202 Romeo. Good night, and thank you.
Pop up 215.
Cool. Alright. Manassas Tower, this is Arrow 1202 Romeo, kind of on a left downwind for 16 right, 5,300 feet.
Number 1202 Romeo Manassas Tower well. Yeah, you can enter the left downwind Manassas altimeter 3042.
Okay, yeah, we're on a left downwind, 42 on the altimeter for Arrow 1202 Romeo. And we're going west side, by the way, we got to tell.
Roger, Arrow 02 Romeo, would you like 16 right? 19?
Yeah, 16 right would be great for us for 1202 Romeo. Thank you.
02 Romeo, Roger, you can enter the left base for 16 right.
Can I, any chance I could extend down a little bit? We're pretty high, 5,000 feet.
Yeah, Arrow 02 Romeo is approved.
Thanks, appreciate that. 1202, we'll continue on this left downwind, thanks. Okay, yeah, we're way too high for a left base and way too fast. I'm just gonna pull this power way back. Let's see if we can get down a little further. I can drop the gear now. Drop the gear, that'll slow us down. Yeah, there's no chance we make a left base. Alright, gears down, gas on the fullest tank. So gas undercarriage mixture, we can enrich that a little bit. Props, not yet. Seatbelts, mine's fastened. How about yours? Yep. Switches, landing lights on, we'll go fuel pump on as well. Yeah, we just need to slow down a little bit more here. Let's pull this back to 15 inches of manifold pressure. So yeah, buddy, he's walking now. God, he's so big. How's he walking now? How's that possible? How does that happen, man? How does that happen? How does that happen, Bombasso? Owls, no, but how about this? You're within 10 years.
Eagle Flight 21, clear runway 16 left.
Eagle Flight 21.
Wrong answer, but you're within a plus or minus 10. All right, we got to make that.
Have a good night, Eagle Flight 31.
I think we can make it. Manassas Tower to keep us out of Dallas airspace. I guess we can take that left base now.
And 02, yeah, you can turn your base for 16 right.
Left base turn for 16 right, Arrow, 1202 Romeo. Alright, we'll get down there. I'm just gonna pull the power. This is not how this works in real life, but we'll figure it out. We're just way too high. I want to get flaps in. I don't even have the first notch in. Alright, sorry guys. I don't think I'm going to be able to chat too much. I'm just going to pull power all the way out. Props. Pull forward. Extra forage. We'll make it. Now I've been on a left base this far out coming from the north, like coming back from my dad's. If I get the
Flight Club 215, we're 15 miles out on a visual for 16 left, and we do have our information out of
Oh, that's going to be a conflict. That's going to be conflict.
Pilot Club 215,
like
Manassas Tower, low wind calm, runway 16 left, clear land. Traffic is going to be a
I don't like this.
Piper entering the left base for runway 16 right.
This at all. See that guy there? This is nasty.
16 left, and we'll look for traffic on 16 right. I'll go 250.
Tower, Arrow 1202 Romeo does have traffic in sight off my 3 o'clock. Landing traffic for 16 left.
Roger to Romeo, thanks. Maintain visual separation with that traffic.
Roger, we'll maintain visual separation, 1202 Romeo. We're going to cross in front of them.
Roger.
Alright. Yeah, you know what? I don't know. Maybe he's not that close, and it just looks like that in VR. I think he's okay. Yeah, he's far enough away on the ADSB. Alright, we're at 90 knots on a left base. This is actually not terrible. Let's square our base though, right? Come on, guys. This is just private pilot stuff here. Alright, so we're going to the right side. Yeah. Crossway in front of them. 2,000 feet. Pattern altitude's 1,200 feet. We're good. Get some of this power back in here. Nope, we're fine.
Manassas Tower, hello, Skymaster November 5331 Foxtrot with you at 2,500. We're inbound for full stop.
We're 5331 Foxtrot, Manassas Tower line on right base runway 16. You do right, then Manassas altimeter 3043.
Alright, right base for 16 right, 31 Foxtrot.
There's the runway. Manassas Tower, Arrow 1202 Romeo, just going to turn final here, 16 right, if that's alright.
Arrow 02 Romeo, yep, looks good, thanks.
Alright, turn to final for 16 right, Arrow 1202 Romeo. Nice. So we're going to fly right over, what is that, Target? Home Depot is down there somewhere. This is very good. Alright, 3 green. Let's go second flops. Red, blue, green, switches are on. We're good. 80 knots.
And Pilot Club 215, that traffic's 12 o'clock and 1.5 miles on final for the parallel.
We have traffic in sight, 502 please.
Yeah, just that. Ain't no big deal. We got it.
And number
We
3
got it.
Foxtrot, traffic 11 o'clock at the Piper. Straight into
53.
163.
Boom, mic drop. What happened? What happened?
11
What I
o'clock,
miss?
how far away?
This is 11 o'clock, about 3 miles
got
away.
3 reds.
November 31 Foxtrot.
Yeah, we got him inside 31 Fox.
3 Foxtrot, Roger. You can follow that traffic for 16 right.
There we go.
Alright, follow the Piper for 168 31 Foxtrot.
Nice, another guy for the west side. Very realistic. All the GA, the little GA guys fly to the west ramp. All right. Traffic alert. Why? I'm not worried about that. This is awesome. There's one white back. Landing in MSFS is like at night is like landing in a black hole in VR. One more look at chat. Al's mic drop. Oh, 53 landing rate. All right, we'll get it. Let's get it. The winds are a little calmer. I'm not getting my butt kicked around. Although I am a little bit low. There goes traffic for the parallel.
Number 02 Romeo, runway 16 right, clear to land.
Clear to land 16 right, Arrow 1202 Romeo. All right. Start slowing it down. We got another notch of flaps to go. Space Ghost, what's going on? I can't talk right now. What's up, man? I was 120 feet per minute. Bombasso, 98. All right, I like the 98 better. We'll see if we can avoid getting too squirrely on final. All right. I know it's 4 reds. I know. There's 70 knots. Pitch up a little bit. Pitch for airspeed, power for altitude, that whole thing. The trim on the JustFlight Arrow is just not good. Just gonna drag it in. Airspeed looks good. Much better this time. I know it's 4 reds. We're visual. Axe, everybody. Axe. Going for a flight sim butter. That's why we're dragging it in.
In Tower 5 Club 215, I'm going to disconnect here. I hear coyotes outside, my dogs are outside, so I got to run out. So apologize. Have a good night.
All right.
Oh, no problem.
Power's out. Look at the end of the runway. Oh, and stuttering.
Hope it's okay.
We'll see. Ooh, we'll see.
Going out, the wind calm, runway 16 right.
We'll just roll it out. No brakes. Dump the flaps.
Alright,
I don't know. It seemed kind of clunky.
16 right, clear to land 31 Foxtrot.
I'm not going to hammer the brakes. We'll do this like we do in real life. Arrow braking all the way. Ooh, whoa, whoa, whoa. All right, now we got to brake. All right.
Number 02 Romeo, next right turn, taxi to the west ramp via Alpha.
Next right, west ramp via Alpha 1202 Romeo. Have a great night. Awesome event at my home airport, man. You guys are awesome.
Okay, appreciate it. Thanks for flying.
All right. So we'll go ahead and clear the runway and make sure this is up to 1,000 RPM. Lean the mixture. Fuel pump can come off. I got to leave the landing light on because I don't have a taxi light. I don't know. Add 20 just for just flight issues. Exactly. Not bad. No, it wasn't terrible. John Deere guy, flight engineer's back. How many legs are left? No, that's it. Oh my gosh, no, that's it. All right. I'm going to taxi to my actual hangar location. All right. So, ooh, well, my hangar isn't. Okay. So my hangar isn't like 5 stories tall. But it's clear, right?
1031 Foxtrot, we're going over to the east
Let's see. Let's pretend it's summertime. We open this little guy up here.
To Kilo, hold short, runway 16 left.
Some fresh air in here. It smells like sweat. Ooh, well, there is a taxiway there in real life, folks. So normally I'd be able to make a right turn here, but okay. Now we'll take this one. And right about now, I'd be able to see my car parked right there, which is honestly half the time how I remember where my hangar is. So clear here. Yeah, these hangars are kind of in a... This is actually kind of accurate in terms of their placement, but they're not like 5 stories tall. Oh my gosh.
These
These are nice hangars down here. but they're not this tall.
Alright, cross
So
1,
make
6,
a left here.
Bravo to parking for 31 Foxtrot. Thanks, have a good one.
There's a little more space between the hangars too. So I like to hug the right side of this hangar. So depending on how busy it is, I'll either park my car right in between these two hangars or right on the right side there. But generally I'll just park it right up there, last hangar. It's actually not a hangar, it's the lounge and the bathroom. And I guess I got somebody built a stairwell and a door. That's very nice. And right about here is where you have to do a real quick 90-degree turn and park it right here and set the brakes because I got to push it back with a tow bar. Anyway, all right, let's set the parking brake. I can't shut it down or else all the windows go away. So we'll just kind of leave it running. Now let's check. 183. You gotta be kidding me. 183 feet per minute. Oh man, I gotta practice in the sim. Guys, if you ever fly with me in real life, it's not.
Good evening, November 13th.
Alright, I gotta get a GoPro so I can at least record. Hang on, let's get this frequency scrambled here, hold on.
02 Tango Yankee, Manassas Tower. You get another right.
Just switch that. It's not that bad in real life, folks. Sorry. Buzz, what's up, man? Too late. Al's lovely flight. Thanks, man. That landing rate is not indicative of how we operate the real Arrow. Anyway, Buzz, you're too late to the party. Sorry, brother. We'll do another one soon, hopefully. Hey. All right, I'm gonna call it. The shutdown procedure will be pretty simple. It's basically avionics go off, and then kill the mixture. Master comes off, and then the mags are off, and the key goes up there. Actually, the key goes in my pocket, and I open the door and get out of here and call for fuel. But anyway, yeah, maybe next time. Definitely, we'll do another one soon. But hey, thanks for hanging out. This was a fun one. Yeah, it was a fun little flight on the in the JustFlight Arrow into my home airport, and yeah, we're actually parked right outside of my real-world hangar. If the propeller wasn't spinning and everything was off, I would have the door open by now, and we would be using all of our strength to push this thing back into this hangar. But I don't know. One of these days, I'll get a real-world flight video up there for you guys to see, and it'll be fun. But anyway, yeah, don't forget to hit like, don't forget to hit subscribe if you guys want to see more of this stuff. It's a lot of fun. I love it. I'll try to do more of it when I find time, but otherwise you all have a let's see, Fishing Plane, what's going on, man? Fishing Planet, you missed it, John Deere guy, Jaden, you guys missed it. Well, with that, I'm going to bid you all a fond evening, a fond farewell, and a good evening. And yeah, we'll see you on the next one, all right? You guys have a good night. Hopefully we'll get one up, get another stream up real soon. Y'all have a good night, and thanks.